Money will blow man decide you. Money will blow man decide you.
I'm trying to stop the music, man.
How's your baby soon? More you say, I will tell you. Mona tell I'm a bunny by everywhere. Presola, Terewao. Hinaka, I am no one and no Gazebody, Mosia one way. Mosia minister, then you know, not Terewao. Money no one is a you. I walk your baby soon. No more jello. You're not telling wow. And they say, yeah, this are you. Man, say, you got you. You well. In a that you want your son. In a Junaga. In a Junaga. How are you, Naga? Ina tele wa o brono Brazola tele wa o Pagala tele wa Ola tele wa o Kanaga.
Guess what?
Nani amoga Ina beuni amoga da jibu ya lo brono we Da jibu ya zwa Bo Monya wayo. No way monogio. Ina monogio.
Yeah, we need to cut the music off for me and my device is frozen. Yeah, please. Yeah, y'all go to the music and you see the, there you go. Is my test your audio, let's see. No, I'm not hearing you. Patrick, let's do audio check first.
Mute. I have my phone on mute.
All right, yeah, let's try it one more time.
Audio check 1, 2.
Patrick.
I know from your end, there seems to be a very low reception from your end today. Very unusual.
The audio, right?
End?
Hello?
Yeah. I mean, my volume is up.
Shelly, how's my volume? Is it good? Is it good now?
Yes.
Patrick, how is it?
I'm okay. I'm okay, right?
Yeah,
I'm okay.
Yeah, you are good.
But you're very low for my end. I don't know why. Very low for my end.
I think you're not Shelly.
Very low for my end. Shelly is low too as well. I don't know what's going on.
And I think it's you.
Patrick, I think the problem is coming from your end.
My end? No, I don't know.
Because I'm hearing you very well.
You are getting me loud and clear. I'm not getting you very clearly because you low.
So then the problem is from your end. Because Shelly is getting you right, I'm getting you right. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm getting you, but very low.
Yeah, and
you are very low.
My volume is on max. My volume is on max. So play with your. Let me see. Maybe you can go in and come back again. Let's see.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, try that. Let's try that one more time.
That fancy mic you using today.
Yeah, the microphone or something.
No. It's not even. It is automatic. It is inbuilt. You are getting me. Is it right? I'm clear. I'm okay.
Yeah, but you are not getting us, so then the problem should be.
So yes, sir. Oh.
All right, guys.
Go out and come back.
Patrick, go out and come back.
Okay, let me see. All right, you're right.
All right, now, but Sherry, my sound is okay from your end, right?
Perfect. Yes.
All right, let me double check for my device here too. It's okay from your end, right? All right, good. I think so it's coming from Patrick then. All right, Sherry, welcome back to the show. Happy to see you back.
Thank you. Happy New Year. I've not seen you. I talked to you since last year.
Hey, Patrick.
Okay. Good. We are good to go now.
It was from your end, Patrick. All that tabata you were talking, I think was from your end.
Oh man, good now. We are good to go now. Oh my God.
Shelly, here's the deal. You'll be helping me out here for some reason again. My device is frozen over here. And I don't want to get the other computer out of it and we'll be getting feedback here and there. So you'll be helping me with the display. So if you go to the photo section, right? Yeah, you'll go in studio and go to the photos.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I don't know why it does that. I mean, I like to do the manipulation from my end here, but okay, let's see. Maybe it's coming up gradually now. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sinoe County Premier Platform Voices Sinoe in the Diaspora with Shirley, Patrick, and we are having a new gentleman today joining us, Justin, aka Perkins, will be joining us, but it's not a good look. The first day he's late. You know how I do it, Shirley. I don't play with latenesses and stuff.
And this is a new year. We can't do late.
Right. So yeah. So Patrick, welcome to the show again. Shirley, welcome back to the show. Let's get a little warm up. How is the new year so far? How you spend it? Let's start from Liberia and see.
Okay, so thank you, CEO. Thanks to the co-host. Happy New Year to all of you once again. 2025 was an incredible year. It came not without challenges, but I think we pulled through I mean, through the toils and struggles. 2026 promises to be great. In the new year, personally, it was very challenging. It was traumatic. But I think on the overall, the general atmosphere was good. The people celebrated. I mean, money was spent. People got good resolutions. Some other got bad resolutions. A lot didn't make it over to the new year. I mean, but the general outlook and outcome of the New Year celebration, it was overwhelmingly, I mean, incredible. And we give it God first. We give it to the citizens, the government, and everything. I want to say thanks to you, CEO. Thanks to Shelly and others who made my personally highly amazing and incredible.
Excellent. Shelly, what's up? I mean, Minnesota is a lot going on right now, especially with the death of that lady, son Good, Nicole Good, I think. I mean, but what's up? What's going on? How was the new year so far?
Well, the new year is going well. I want to say God has been faithful. So knowing that today is the 8th day of 2026, it is a blessing to be counted among the living. The number 8 is a new beginning. So, starting a new beginning, starting a new year with so much expectation, so much goal that we set in, wrote down on paper, praying to God for us to accomplish. And things are going great. Things are going great so far. Yeah. And I believe this year is a year of manifestation. It's a year that a lot of things that all of us have been praying for and wishing for will come to pass once we believe it's going to happen. But yeah, so many things are happening in Minnesota. And praying for the lady that life was taken, praying for her family, praying for her loved one, and covering Minnesota in the blood of Jesus. So yeah.
All right. So the Minnesota now they got it. Minnesotans, as you say, they got to take shower because they are covered with blood right now. Anyway, but that's another discussion. But I'm happy. I'm elated. Feel with euphoria to be back here with you and Patrick, including our viewers, our followers who want to ask you this new year. I mean, all you have to do when you get on, just share the show for us. Please get to our YouTube page as well and subscribe to our YouTube page. We do appreciate his voice is Sinoe in the diaspora. Yes, we really do appreciate all of you doing that for us. But it's a brand new year. We are here to do what we do. We are coming up with new ideas, and those ideas will be divulged pretty soon. But we want to say we love you. We love all of you, and we wish you the best of new year. All your resolutions. Hopefully, you're going to work on them, and we will do our best here to work on ours to improve the show. To give you the information that you need to empower yourself. I mean, we can constructively criticize our leaders, ourselves. That's how we build our country. But I want to say Happy New Year to all of us, and welcome back to the show. So, Shelley, I want us to go back to the pictures, right? Again, I got a gentleman in the military uniform, and then there's another. Let's see. But Shelley, you can go ahead. I'll go backstage for a second. I wanted to answer this phone call quick.
Okay.
So you guys go ahead.
All right. Well, I don't see I'm going to pull him back. I'm going to remove him off the screen. Yeah. And Patrick, how is LIB? I think you are on mute, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick, you are on mute. It's good to be back on here. This is where we get to bring the happening from he is back. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is good to be back. It is good to be back and interacting and doing what we won the award for. 2026, I know another great award awaits our platform, and all of us collectively as a team. So ARB is always busy. It's always, rocky here. There are challenges, there are progress, and everything else. But hey, mama, this is a nation. This is a nation where liberty flourishes. Yeah, we enjoy freedom here. Everything here is free. Everything here.
You couldn't get to the pictures.
That reminds me of something, right? I think it was the convention when the vice president, the USAA convention, the vice president said everything was free. So then I said, okay, great. Say everything free. Let me get my t-shirt. And she said, oh, it's $25. I'm like, where? You contradicting yourself. Everything is free. I mean, the t-shirt is free as well. But so you say everything is free.
Shall we get to the pictures?
Yes, I can. Do we put it on now?
Yeah, so let me do this for us. All right, yeah, you put the picture on. All right, yeah. So you, as usual, it's the culture on the show. We have our followers, our friends, our family celebrating a birthday. So this is Barcelious Tougbay Zarzar. He celebrated his birthday. He is the U.S. Army Command boss in South Korea. He is leading the U.S. contingent over there in South Korea. And Barcelious Zarzar, our own son from Sinoe County, Liberia, he celebrated his birthday. So Barcelious, on behalf of the elders and the ancestors, so the voice of the people, as my man Sagacious would say, the voice of the gods, we want to say happy birthday to you. And I wish you many more happy returns. Guys, let's do it quickly and move on to the next person.
Well, I will add that he's not only from Sinoe County, he is a Sarpo man. So I just want to add that part. And happy birthday to you, brother. Thank you.
So the son of the leper, yeah, great guy, my man. I'm very grateful for your birthday, for your life as a whole, your service to the world, and the greatest nation on earth, your service to my president, and everything. Thank you for leading the force there, and keep an eye on North Korea. Make sure they don't cross over. Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, Patrick, we're not going there with that. All right, Shirley, let's move. There's a lady in the gold chair there. She also, that's a lady. I think she's the only lady on there. She is sitting up. There you go. All right, so her name is Manneh Zinnah. She is in Minnesota with you there. I call her the political goddess of Sinoe County. She's quite involved within the political ecosystem of Sinoe County. Unfortunately, I'm beating on her for a little bit. She brought in the gentleman who is the representative for our district now, district number 3, Sinoe County. And now things are falling apart, as Chief would say, the Central cannot host. She and our lawmaker right now, they are not getting along because she thinks that Mr. Noah is inflicting injustice on the people of District Number 3, Sinoe County. But Zinnah, being the spokesperson of all the sons and daughters of Sinoe County, as I was designated by the elders and the ancestors, I want to use the opportunity to say happy birthday. And the tradition of the elders, they taught us to pour what they call libation. So I will symbolically pour libation to you. And we say we wish you many more happy returns and continue to do the good job you are doing. We love you. Happy birthday. I call my daughter as well. Patrick.
Yes, so the female general, that's how I affectionately call her.
Okay.
I mean, in 2025, when she made her trip to Liberia, I was one of those she visited, and graciously, I mean, I was so stoned and thrilled. But Manti, you are a sister for life, the female general. Keep your advocacy, high. Don't relearn. Keep their faith to the fire. Let the representative, let he do the right thing for the people. You try to be of support, but now you are blocked. You are an enemy behind the political line, but never give up. Keep it up for the people, and that's what posterity, will honor you for. Happy belated birthday.
All
Well,
right.
happy belated birthday.
So, Shelley, if you can take those 2 pictures down, that would be great. Maybe we'll create some space. Barcelious and the young lady on the screen there, you can bring a picture down and
You mean I should delete it?
yeah, you can take it down. Yeah. So maybe we'll create. I want to be putting some pictures up there too as well. You got Barcelious picture. Take it down too as well, please. Yeah, you can. Okay, and then you can take it down. Delete it if you like. All right. Hopefully you don't delete the right one, the wrong one.
I did. It was the right one.
Okay, so if you look at the top there, I want to hit the breaking news, but there is another. I hate for this to happen, right? Because it kills the momentum of the show. But if you go up there, so I got it. The first step, and then the code verdict, and then Boakai's veto. And then up there should be about something about USAA. There should be a label there about USAA.
Where is this gonna be?
So where the pictures are, right? So you go up a little bit where the pictures are, the same way this area. So you see the banners there. So you have these, for example.
Okay, I see the first step. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go up. You see one there for USAA.
Okay.
Or Manneh or something like that.
I don't see.
All right. Let's go ahead with the show.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's somewhere there, but apparently you're kind of having an oversight. Let's see, maybe I can take some of the pictures that I've seen from my end down. All right. So we I told you a gentleman were going to join us today. Justin Jadia Perkins. I mean, when he comes, you want to give us the proper name, but we want to use the opportunity. Shelley, if you can give the man the usual welcome. Where's the siren? We have a new guy coming on board here, so let welcome the man.
Okay. Let welcome you.
All right. So it looks like you find it a little difficult to find those things. It's because
yeah, because I think I got it. Number up.
All right. So, hey, Justin.
Yeah.
How you doing, boy? Welcome to Voice of Sinoe.
Thank you, Honorable Dag, and thank you to our 2 panelists here for welcoming me. I'm excited to be here with you guys today.
All right. So, what name do you go by? Is that Justin Perkins? I mean, what is the name that we should call you?
Anyone can work. Can be called Perkins. Justin. Any one of those names can do it.
All right. Excellent. So, Shelley and Patrick, welcome our new panelists. I mean, you're going to be contributing to the show. Yeah, Justin Perkins. Whatever name you prefer.
Well, welcome, Justin. It's good to have you on. Look forward to having some great debate, and you say your own, I say my own conversation. So welcome. And
Thank you,
not to
Shirley.
intimidate you or be intimidated by all three of you, I'm the only female on here, and I stand my ground.
Of course, Shirley, you are a strong female, so you're always going to have to stand your ground.
Thank you.
Thanks for welcoming me.
Okay, so Justin, I want to welcome you to the platform as a team member, a team player, and somebody whose expertise, in the spirits we are going to all tap into as well to improve our platform, its quality, its reach and coverage. Hope you will stay with us, for the rest of time that we have all come to be here. Thank you and most welcome.
So
Thank you, sir.
Justin, just for the sake of the audience, right? I mean,
Right.
who's Justin? Just give her a little background, let the people get to know you. A little introduction. Yeah.
Justin is the current defense minister of the State House. A lot of people will ask, what is the State House? The State House was created and established in Ghana, Buduburankan, Gomoa district, where we, brothers and sisters were out there. We got here. But Justin is a son of Sinoe County and Grand Gila. My father is from Grand Gila. My mother is from Sinoe County. My mother name is Paulina Jadia. She passed about a few years ago. And so that's who I am. I'm a son of the soil. Dad, ESOTERIC is a cousin of mine. I think we are first or second cousin. You can say it that way. We kind of grew up together, actually. So yeah, we know each other very well. And I've been, following with the show for many years. And we usually talk and we reach out to each other, and we decided, okay, you know what, my brother, come on the show once in a while, regularly, and give your input, and let's discuss the important issues of Liberia. So today we are making an appearance here, just to give our input on the various issues concerning our country. But this is Justin. You can call me Jadia. That's my mother's last name. The Gwen name is my father's last name. So the Justin and the Perkins, those are my first and middle name. And I don't mind anybody calling me by any one of them. But again, I'm excited to be here, and thank you guys for having me.
Everybody, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, the Defense Secretary, Defense Minister, as we used to call you in Ghana. All right, Shirley, let's get to, there's some breaking news here, so we'll be right back. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. So I want to Shirley to put the banner up, but Justin, what I'm going to do, I'll put you backstage for now. Is the tracking? There's a rule here. We don't drive while we want the show. Yeah, so I'll put you backstage for now. If you're ready, I will bring you back on. Just give me a signal. All right, so Shirley, so the breaking news, I wanted you to put the stuff up there, but then let me see, there's a communication that came in here. Yeah, that's what I tried to good question. But so the breaking news, Shirley, is the president of the USAA, William Manneh. He ran on an agenda. The agenda is to unite the Sarpo community. Right now we have two organizations. So you were in the building in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he made the declaration to the people that he will make sure to unite the Sarpo people, because we have two organizations here, the USAA and then SADAA. We got a Sarpo Development Association organizations, which is headquartered in Minnesota, and the USAA in Pennsylvania. So the president officially set up a committee we should call the Reconciliation Committee to initiate the peace process. So let me put us here in a presentation more here. And this is the chairman for the Peace and Reconciliation Commission. That's his name is Honorable Arthur Gilio. Mr. Arthur Gilio was appointed as the chairman for the Peace and Reconciliation Commission. We also have the co-chairman, our own brother Jerry Massaquoi. He's the co-chairman of the committee. All right. So what I'm going to do is, Shelley, I will read a statement, and I will later on, because right now the area is crowded, I want to put all the pictures there, but I will put the pictures of the committee, because I think it's 9 members committee. Yeah, so I will put, but this is the chairman. So, but let me read a statement published by the president making this announcement. It's a huge step for the SUA or Manneh SUA's administration. All right, so this is what they published. Let me go here. So it says here, it was published yesterday, the 7th, and it said for immediate release, date January 7, 2026. USAA President establishes Reconciliation Committee to address dispute with SADAA. Okay, and so it says that the president of the United Sarpo Association in Americas, USAA, Honorable William T. Manneh, has officially constituted a reconciliation committee aimed at peacefully resolving the ongoing dispute between the USAA and the Sarpo Development Association in the Americas, SADAA, led by Mr. Dave Coody. This initiative underscores President Manneh's commitment to unity, dialogue, and collective progress within the Sarpo community and the diaspora. It goes on to say, the committee is mandated to engage all parties involved, promote reconciliation, and recommend amicable solutions in the best interest of the Sarpo people and their organizations. President Manneh emphasized that the formation of this committee reflects the USAA's enduring belief in diplomacy, mutual respect, and constructive engagement as the most effective means of resolving differences. So the composition of the committee, again, we got the chairman here, Mr. Arthur Gilio, chairman. We have Mr. Jerry Massaquoi, co-chairman. Over here, we have Reverend A. Tusua. He is the Secretary General. I will put the picture on later. I didn't upload it yet. We have Reverend John Blah right here. He is also a member. We have Reverend Fale Kine, member. Madam Ruth City, member. Mr. Cllr Manneh Swinion, member. Mr. Marcus Pine, member. Mr. That's Kai Fale, member. And then Mr. Sam Youngle, member. All right, so actually 10 members of the team. So, guys, what do you make of this move of the president of the USA? You go ahead while I upload the committee members' pictures, the guys that have not put up yet.
I think that there is a great way to go. I mean, I must really commend him that he is a man of action. Just the fact that he haven't even gone through the whole process of them putting him in the chair, and he's already taking action of the things that he said he's going to do. And I think unity should be the first step to move any organization forward. So he understands that, and he's taking action, and he put the committee in place. And looking at the committee members, there are people that are well known within our community, people that are known in the Sarpo community. There are people that are well respected. I've seen my own uncle, the Reverend, is part of this group, and Mr. Massaquoi. I mean, I've had the opportunity to listen to this man, and he's for peace. He really have the heart to put the Sarpo people together. So I will say that this is a great move for his administration, and I can only pray that we can all come together as Sarpo people, because when we are united, there are a lot of great things that we can do for Sinoe County. So I'm looking forward to the work that the committee have to do, and praying that they are successful bringing the Sarpo people together.
Patrick, what's your take on this move by the new president of the USA?
Yes, I think my take is very simple, and I've always said, no matter how much money each organization raises, no matter how many projects, how many projects it undertakes, no matter how big or small it is, everything without reconciliation, without peace, without unity, everything is elusive. And I'm happy that they have come to the table. In fact, following the impasse and the split, one of the first things expected of any of the two organizations or two leaderships initially was what Manneh is doing right now. The iron, your clothes can get well pressed when the iron is hot. So since I say better late than never, since it did not happen from the initial stage of the whole impasse and disintegration, coming at this stage to initiate a reconciliation or reintegration committee to talk to each other, to talk to each side, is welcoming. It's well accelerating, and I think it is rewarding for the progress, unity, and togetherness of the community. There's one Sarpo. It is important that the two organizations members embrace each other at every convention of the other, and identifying with each other as a community, as people. This is very well, refreshing, and I must thank the president for this sagacious decision or action taken.
All right. Thank you, Patrick.
Madison, I do have a question though, because I am part of the USAA. Mm-hmm. I don't think I see any member, maybe you can correct me, I don't think I see any member from the other organization. What is it called?
SADAA?
SADAA, yeah. So I just want to know, like, are they going to get people from that side, put everybody together and try to make this work?
Yeah. So you have to understand the president is not the leader for the other side, right?
I agree.
So what he is doing is to set up his team, and this team now going to reach out to the leaders over on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, and see how we can come together. That's the goal here. So that's the plan. Yeah, but
that's a great step forward. Yes.
So let me see. I wanted to just put the owner lady on board here too. Let me keep the honorable chairman's picture here. Let me get my take. Let me put the last picture here, and I will get my take. All right. This is the only female on the team.
Okay.
Manneh Ruth City. All right. We first of all want to say it's a huge, a major bold step by the Manneh administration. I think this is the way forward. Shelley, the reason I have been relatively quiet when it comes to our community, when the conflict came, because my job as a spokesperson of the elders and the ancestors is to say the truth. However brutal it may be, So during the conflict, I thought that our brothers and sisters on the other side, they inflicted injustice on the whole community and the legacy of the elders and the ancestors. So I went down on them. But people thought that, I was the problem, even though I wasn't the one that took $90,000 from the account. But I don't want to hash, history. I just saying we spoke to those things and they saw us to be a problem. So again, I don't relish seeing the community polarized. So I've been quiet. President Myers, anecdotally, we heard stories that, our brothers and sisters on the other side, they say when President Myers leaves office, then there will be a probability for peace. When Zarzar put the ESOTERIC leaves because he was the secretary on the other side, when he leaves office, there will be probability for peace. So I said, okay, so now I'm quiet, and let's see. I mean, again, Mr. Manneh, hopefully, sorry that I don't have the picture right here to put out the president. But now with the committee, Mr. Gio, I haven't met him before. I heard this name. He's been around for a long time, and we wish the honorable well. Okay, it's a good thing to bring. He was serving in government back in the day. Him and Mr. Zarzar and other prominent sons and daughters of Sinoe County that I've been hearing that name, but I haven't been fortunate to meet him. Jerry Massaquoi is a very good Eskimo man. He's very kind-hearted and level-headed gentleman. Hopefully to bring this man, Mr. Nyanwulen. He was one of the founders of the USAA. He lives, I think, Durham, North Carolina. Yes, so let's see what I can. Mr. Farley, he lives in Philadelphia, one of the educated men as well. We got Mr. Pine here. So let's see. We have Manneh, Mr. Manneh here, and I think I took some people pictures down. But Shelley, let me point out my first issue I have with the committee. We have a lot of capable, intelligent, sagacious, to borrow that word from Patrick, women. So I just listed 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, 6, and I told 2 men down, and only 1 woman. So why is all men? Predominantly men. Why? We can't find enough women. Why we can't make a woman the co-chair, for example, or the chair, as a matter of fact? Why do we always have to put our women at the bottom of the ladder? Why do we do that? All right. So I want us as a community, as a nation, as a county. You see, Shelley, that's why even if you look at Sinoe County right now, since that county was created, we have not had a female representative or senator. Okay, it has all been men and men and men. And see how the county looks. The men are not doing anything for our county. Development is not going around. You see, as Obama said one time, he said, if you have team and you have players that are all talented and you refuse to use all of them, you are burying the talent of the other people. All right. So we have our mothers, our sisters, very intelligent. But every time we make decision, we put them in the kitchen. Come on. Why do we do that? So that's the fundamental problem I have with the composition of the
and that problem I wanted to bring up too as well, Madison. But I'm not playing a female card. I also see that there is no one there is not a youth in this group as well. So,
okay, Shelley, before you go ahead, what constitutes a youth? What age bracket are you talking about?
Well, someone who is, let's say, between 18 and 40 or 35. Let's say 18 to 35. I need someone in that age range to be there. But everyone on this list or the pictures you're showing, they are all older folks. So you need a voice of the youth to be represented as well. I see that it kind of surprised the woman and just pick one person to be there. There is a problem because we do have a lot of women that are capable, qualified to be part of this group. One person for sure that I know that is on the board, and her platform is peace and unity and bringing people together. And she already started that, and that is my big sister Emilia. I think they need to put Emilia on this list.
Yeah, but Shelley, she's part of the board, though. You want to be part of the committee?
Well, but what his name, Mayan, the other guy, he has a position in, yeah. So he has a position and he's part of this group.
Okay.
So we are talking about unity. I don't think it's about who has a position or who is on the board. We're looking at people. We want to have people on this list or in this group that will represent bringing the Sarpo people together.
Yeah, Shirley, I agree with Shirley, and I also and let me state my fundamental disagreement with the whole composition too. The idea is correct. The idea is welcoming, and I applaud it. But there is my thing, right? First of all, the size of the committee is too huge. I mean, 9 persons, 8 men, 1 woman. The
10,
size
10,
is
10.
okay. 10, yeah. 9 men and 1 woman. No, the size of the committee is very huge. That's the first thing. I trust there's a reverend. I trust there's a religious person in that committee.
Yes.
Member.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if we have a religious person there, I also trust there is a traditional person there too. Yeah, because I don't know the background of each person, but I trust there's also a traditional person. And there is no youth representation. That makes it ugly. You got women like Auntie Francis Soa, Auntie Francis Doe. You got Amelia that Shirley talk about. You got other great women. I mean, what happens? Include them. Maybe it could be 4 women, 6 men. That's okay, because if we take it in the context of the Liberian Civil War, all the main fight among themselves, or all the fight, that took place in this country, they could have no peace. Even all the negotiations, Cotonou, Accra, this and that, all the places, peace failed to come to Liberia. But when the women took the stand, when Helen, when Lema, and all the great Liberian women took the stand, peace came. And that's why the war on Helen and Lema Boy, with the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize. The other thing is, you can form a committee, for instance, almost like Charles NPFL and George Bole and LPC, for instance. George Bole were the one, was the one reaching out to Charles Cllr. So he sends all his generals, to go meet Charles Cllr. No. So what I could have expected was an interconnected, committee, meaning go out there, look at all our segmented communities and say, okay, you know what, you take somebody from there. You come to the other community, you take somebody from there. You bring it together, and then you appoint somebody from your organization now as a chairman of that community, leading the way. Or if somebody from outside of the community can even chair the committee to lead the way. And because you are not sure, or there's no guarantee whether the other group will want to even meet you, or say, but somebody should have paid the way. Let me say Julio, who chairs the committee. Her brother is Honorable Green Julio. I think so. Other brother or relative. So in that case, in fact, he becomes the way paver. So his position as a chairman is not bad. I like that. So now you go to other areas and bring people on. And you a sizable committee of 5 or 6 persons, could make a good deal. That number is still huge, and I think we can only hope that his result as well.
So, but Pastor, you said the number is huge, right? What would be an ideal number for you? And why would that number be the ideal number?
So an ideal number could be a number between 5 and 7. Yes. So you got if there's 5, you got 2 women, 3 men. If there's 7, you got 3 women, 4 men. Simple as that.
Why the woman have to be less though? We're talking about that. Why is the woman have to be less?
No, the reason is if you proportionately, by proportion, if you I don't know, even though people say in these organizations in the US, women are dominant. If it is true that women are dominant for you, then women should be dominant on the committee. But like in Liberia, mostly, in most institutions in Liberia, for instance, men are always dominant. And so you say more men, saying there are more men than women, and it's possible to find more men, as well as than
that theory,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
Because you are going
is.
back to the same thinking that they were thinking to have just one female on that list. That's what you're saying. So you justifying it, but still think that you are trying to
Shirley, I disagree with them to have one woman, but I'm saying if women are more dominant in the USAA, for instance, all right, if women are more dominant, if women are the most members, then of course there's a need to have even more women than men. But I'm using the Liberian instance where in most of if I in the classroom, in soccer teams, in different small organizations, you find more men than women. So I'm using the Liberian instance. But for the USAA, I think it's unique for women to always be in the lead.
And Patrick, I disagree when you say always, always. But that just that's the team that was set up by our president. I want to say congratulations to the president. But once a Sinoe, we are here to do justice. So we will poke into decisions that the leaders make. It doesn't mean that we hate that decision, but we want the leaders to kind of look through things, like Shirley added to my criticism. Let make it demographically balanced, right? With the different age groups, people. So because people see things from different angle, right? So right now we have all elders, so to speak. Nobody under 50 years, So I mean, the other people get ideas too, But we want to say we wish the president well and the team. Yeah. So Shirley, let's move on to the next thing, Patrick and Shirley. This next one too is a big one, so we'll be right back. All right, so Shirley and Patrick, welcome back to the show and our viewers. So the breaking news we got, I think Patrick know this story better. The Sarpo community in Liberia and around the world, they are represented by a group called the Sarpo campaigners. Historically, the Sarpo people, they have been marginalized in their own country. So I think Dr. King once said, he said, there comes a time where silence becomes betrayal, right? So the campaigner said, you know what, it is about time now that we leave the bench of silence. We have to speak to these issues that are unfolding in our own country. We are not strangers in our own country. And so other people cannot be identified. They cannot be celebrated. And we are the bottom of the totem pole, So the guys, they stood up to the plate when the new money banknote was printed. And they say, you know what, this is not fair. While we have 17 ethnic groups in the country, and only 16 traditional masks, were placed on the money. So they politely, professionally, and diplomatically engaged the government at the time. And our own brother from Grand Zinnah County, Mr. Sylvia Tarley, who was the bank governor by then, he did not give the people listening ears. And so as a result, the guy took the issue to the lower court. The lower court said, you know what? As a matter of fact, they dismissed the guys, but later on they say, you know what? We don't have jurisdiction. We can't. This thing is above our pay grade. And so the guys said, okay, we're going to take it to the Supreme Court. And it was taken to the Supreme Court. The hearing was held, and now the verdict from the court came up. Okay, and so let me play this video so you can listen a little bit to the Sarpo campaigners. And then we'll go into our call Patrick and Shirley in to give their perspective. All right. So let me share this video for us. I'm not playing the whole thing, but just a portion of it. They appear on OKFM the other day, and they gave their thought. It was a fascinating interview. Let me view it from this angle. I don't know whether you guys can see it. My device can be tripping nowadays. I don't know why. All right, there you go. So let me play this portion of this.
That means
the strongman carrying you.
the strongman.
Okay. No worries. That we've titled you and you title yourselves the Sarpo campaigners. Yeah, let's start with Wakoko, then we'll go to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. The campaign, the new Sarpo campaigners, or the campaign, what is it about? You know, the Sarpo people, since we've been in this country, there have been issues surrounding, us that our event term marginalization or exclusion. And so we now having this awareness that no, we cannot sit again in this country and allow ourselves to be used that we've been used. So we are campaigning against discrimination, against exclusion and marginalization. Further, we are also looking at issues in our community like education, health, agriculture, including the forest. I think we'll talk about the Sarpo National Forest the other time. So we are campaigning for many other issues. But then again, we are not just limited to Sarpo people, to Sinoe County, to Liberia as a whole. That's what we are campaigning.
Okay. You want to add some as well, sir?
Yes, I want to elaborate a little bit on the issue of marginalization and exclusion and give the historicity of that the Liberia, the land we live on today, we face serious marginalization and exclusion up to the time of the regime of President William T. statement. The entire indigenous population. And that has serious consequences. And we saw that when this marginalization continued since 1847 or even from 1822 on, and then with the indigenous people, or even from the entire country as
take on.
Yes.
What was the case that went to court? When did the ruling come out? I know I have a portion of the wherefore in view. We'll read that as well.
Yeah. The issue started actually 2022. 2022, the Central Bank of Liberia or the government of Liberia decided to print, new currency to replace the old one. And so in printing of the money, they printed the $1,000 banknote. And on our banknote, they placed the cultural marks of 16 tribes. So when we saw that, we said, no, Central Bank, you are in error because the tribes of Liberia are 17, and Sarpo is the 70th tribe. So please correct the number of marks to 17. They refused on ground that Sarpo is not an official tribe, which we decided to challenge because.
Please speak a little louder.
Okay.
So
because the census of 2008, authorized by the Liberian government, recognized 17 tribes in the country. In fact, the textbooks that we are now using in our schools, you go to the 5th grade civics book, the 2nd grade book, the tribes are there.
So I just wanted to give us a little gist of the interview, and you can go on my page and always watch the whole interview there. Yeah, but that's just a little bit of the campaigners there, the Sarpo campaigners. Just need to reposition yourself properly. Yeah, let me put him backstage until he's set. Yeah, so Shelley and Patrick, ladies before gentlemen, Shelley, you follow the story. What do you make of this? The ruling from the Supreme Court. Patrick is also following the development as well. I mean, what you do, Shelley? Let Patrick give us a little context, and then we can come in.
Yeah. So thank you, CEO. And first of all, to contextualize the whole thing, I want to salute the gallantry, the fortitude, the audacity of the campaigners to stand up to a powerful government, that deliberately marginalizes, excludes, and this, enfranchises their rights, to inclusion, to participation, and to recognition. The old man leading the campaign is my mentor, Oben Wakoko. And when I heard in 2022 they had decided to challenge the government on its malicious decision to exclude, the Sarpo marks from the printing of the 1,000 banknotes, first I thought it was impossible. Yeah, because our people have a saying. Sometimes they will put it in the dollar. They will say, "Only do kumau." Yeah, you can't win a government in any legal battle because maybe they feel you are inferior to the authority or power of government. I know. So yes, they are right that from time to time, the Sarpo people from being marginalized and excluded. And in fact, I would say Sarpo is not even the 17th tribe. No, I would not even say. Sarpo should not even be considered the 17th tribe because if you look at the history of migration, the Sarpo people, they arrived here between the 13th and 15th century. All right. They were already here before even the many speaking people came. They were here. So
yeah, Patrick is frozen there thing. Shelley, you're on mute. You're on mute.
As I follow that story, I've had the opportunity to
let Patrick end his thoughts, and then Shelley can come in, please.
Yeah. Sorry, somebody was calling me. Yeah. So the ruling of the Supreme Court, I mean, it's a reaffirmation of the beliefs of the Sarpo people. Like, yes, we are self-evident, and by our arrival here, by our existence here, and by our birth, by the power of our Creator, we are self-evident, of our recognition, and the government must give us that which is due us. And the lower court, which deliberately, maybe out of alleged inducement or maybe some sort of intimidation that could tell the Sarpo people that, well, they got no standing to fight for their rights, they got no standing to call for their inclusion in their own government or in their own artifacts, historical artifacts. I mean, it should not go back to do the right thing. And the Supreme Court has already demanded or commanded it to go back and resume jurisdiction. All I need now from us lower court is to say to the Sarpo people, or instruct the Central Bank of Liberia, or instruct the legislature, or whatever authority to say, well, the people do have standing, the people do have legitimacy, and their right to exist or is now guaranteed, and the tribe Sarpo is now officially recognized as one of the 16 or one of the 16 or 17 tribes or 18th tribe in Liberia, and then the people have peace and have their place legitimately. Thank you.
All right, Shelley, take the floor.
Well, I had an opportunity to go through the interview, and I must say, good job to the representative. Those guys, they basically know their history, they did their research. So, like one of them said, you have to do your research before you show up to the government to be able to challenge the government, right? But sadly, though, the lower court, their argument of saying that because the Sarpo people are in two counties, so they are not supposed to be recognized as a tribe. Kind of like, okay, so yeah, so if you're a Sarpo person, and you are in Grand Gila, you are crime. And if you're a Sarpo person and you are in Grand Crew, you are a crew person. That makes no sense to me because there are other tribes that find themselves in other country, other counties, I mean. And so it doesn't take away the fact that they are Loma, they are crew, they are Grable. It doesn't change anything. But to just argue and be like, oh, because because you are in two counties, so whatever county you find yourself in, you should identify with that county. If you find yourself in Grand Crew, you are Crew. If you find yourself in Grand Bassa, you are Bassa. You from Bassa, it makes no sense. But I appreciate them, like, you know what, we're not going to stop. We have facts. We have done our research. We know who we are. We are Sarpo people. And that's why I know a lot of people like make fun of A, but I tell people I'm 100% Sarpo. My mom is Sarpo. My dad is Sarpo. I refuse to be called a crew girl because I'm not crew. I refuse to be called a crime girl because I'm not crime. I'm Sarpo 100%. So they need to know that we pay taxes. Sarpo people pay taxes. And we need to be recognized as Sarpo. Not crew, not crime. We are not crew and we are not crime. So the Supreme Court already done the ruling. Now it left with the government to be able to make sure that they have policy in place that we can be recognized as Sarpo people, whether we are in Sinoe County. And I think I have to correct Patrick or one of you that when you posted our brother picture and say he's from Sinoe County. Yeah, I understand he's from Sinoe County, but he is a Sarpo man. Because obviously, automatically, when we're from Sinoe County, we are crew. That's how they call us, crew. But no, we are from Sinoe County, but we are Sarpo. We might be living in Grand Gila, but we are not crime. We are Sarpo people. So we pay taxes and we should be able to claim our tribe and our right and be treated equally like all of the tribe. And people were calling in where the other guy said, oh, they need to scratch their thing here because that's how war can come. But it's easy to say if it's not you. And I love the question the interviewer asked, right? He said, so where are you from? He said, I'm from Grand Crew. Oh, okay. So imagine that they took Grand Crew out of there.
No, I think you're asking what is your tribe, and you say I'm crew.
I'm crew. I mean, what is your tribe? I'm crew. So if they take Grand Crew out, would you be okay? It's easy to point finger if you are not in somebody else's shoe, right? But if you are, then it's different. But we are Sarpo people. I'm a Sarpo woman. I want to teach my children that are born here to know that they are Sarpo. They are not crew. They are not crime. They are Sarpo.
Okay, but Shirley, before I bring Justin in, you said the government should put policy in place to recognize the Sarpo. Are the Sarpos not recognized?
Well, they are recognized. I'm saying, like the whole money thing is already it's already happening, but it can be fixed.
How do you fix it?
Print different bills.
So you take all the bills in circulation, you take them out of circulation, right now and print.
I don't know. First of all, though, they didn't even know that there were Sarpo people. They knew that.
So coming 1 minute before you, just a few seconds on the question you asked, what are the bills should be recalled from circulation? No, all bills in circulation, I mean, they have a time limit. So I believe I think it's about 3 years. 3 years circulation. So anytime the central bank announces the printing of new notes, we should all be hopeful that the 1,000 banknotes will include the Sarpo marks.
Okay, Justin, that bring you in. Did you follow the development with respect to the verdict from the Supreme Court? Initially, the lower court said, the Sarpo people, you are not legitimate. You are not legitimate tribe in the country because you are found in different counties, and all of that. You are a subset of Crown or a subset of Cllr. And now the Supreme Court is saying otherwise. What do you make of that story?
Thank you very much. And to Patrick and my sister here, and even you guys on point when it comes to the issue. For some of us, we were young coming up when this whole Sarpo and Cllr are the same people's story been fluctuating and going around. And sometimes we argue the issue, and then other people tell you, okay, when Sarpo is a tribe by itself, why don't they have a county? It's about Sarpo. The Sarpo people are in Sinoe County. They say no, it's for Grand Crew. Now, to put that debate to rest, I think is exactly what the elders are doing right now. I think we were still in Ghana, or we have just moved to America when I heard about the Bapolu County. All the time I spent like doing there was not a Bapolu County, but a few years later, after the war, maybe Charles Taylor regime, and after the Taylor regime, Bapolu County was established. Now, so I don't understand why is it so difficult for a country to recognize another group of people that speak differently or that have a different language to be recognized as a tribe. Now, the history of Liberia, we have few tribes that are located in one county. For example, the Cllr and the Manneh people, and we can go on and on. You understand me? So, I don't understand what is it going to take away from Liberia if the Sarpo people are recognized as a tribe. Is it taking anything away from Liberia? Realistically. So maybe this is what the elders are doing right now is the rightful path to go through in making sure that the laws and the rules and regulations in Liberia establish the Sarpo to be the tribe of their own, regardless of their location. They might be between Sinoe County and Grand County. They might be found in there geographically. But yes, the Sarpo is a different tribe. And we have the Kwa group, the Pele, the Crown, the Sarpo, the Crew. Those people, most of the time, when they speak, we understand each other's languages, at least to an extent. So just because we understand each other, that does not negate the fact that these people are actually different from these other people. We all are Liberian. Don't get that wrong. But the Sarpo people must be established. The dialect, the people must be known that they are a people of their own.
So, Justin,
they are.
Justin,
yeah.
Let me play a devil's advocate a little bit here and do a little pushback. So now, again, I'm playing a devil's advocate. So right now we are saying let our Sarpo to the ethnic groups in Liberia to be the 17th, right? Which it is right now. So say, for example, another group comes up and say, we want to be the 18th. Or another group comes and say, we want to be the 19th. Say our children that are born in here for right now, they don't speak Sarpo, they don't speak any local languages in Liberia, right? They're speaking this American English. When it comes to Liberia, they say we want to be our own special group in the country. add to the tribal group in the country? Should we add? Should we keep adding? If so, at what point do we stop?
Okay. First of all, our children that we are born here, we own full responsibility to them to teach them our tradition, to teach them and let them know which tribe they are from, which part of Liberia they are from, and what their ethnic group is. Now, the American Liberians are the one that we know that came from here through free slavery and went there to establish whatever. There's not a new group of Liberians in the diaspora that are going to leave from here and say, "Oh, we don't have a tribe in Liberia."
But speaking of the American Liberians, though, Liberians, if you look at the ethnic groups in Liberia, they are not counted. They are not among the so-called 17 or the 16. They are not. Why are they excluded?
Okay, that will be another discussion for maybe today or another time. But for now, we want to focus on the Supreme Court ruling against the lower court ruling for the Sarpo people recognition, right? So, like when you Maseto, I made mention of when we have a discussion in a gathering and say, "My man, why you just speaking your dialect without telling people your excuse?" So the Chinese people can tell your excuse, or the Spanish people can tell your excuse when they ready to speak Spanish when you go to work. No, they don't. They just speak their Spanish or they speak their Chinese whenever they want to. Now we believe that is a form of you speaking your dialect amongst your friends. That is a form of what the word I used last name, being not intelligent, and that is exactly the problem. Sarpo people are known, and when you go by the history, Patrick mentioned a lot of things that even through the video that we watched, the elders are doing. Sarpo people are known, and they are being established in Liberia for many from the beginning of our history. So for this particular group to continue to fight up to now for their legitimacy is so baffling. But again, the right way is good. They are going through the court system to make sure that this tribe is established and recognized properly. And we should all understand that recognizing Sarpo as a particular tribe or group of people in Liberia does not take away from the Liberianness. That good English?
No, that's very good English, yes.
Yeah. That proper English.
Yeah. So I don't know why when people think that when Sarpo like Sarpo, and then Crown like Crown, and then Crew like Crew, then a bad deal. No, let Sarpo be Sarpo. We can understand when Crown speak, we can understand when the Barcelious people speak, we understand when the Crew people speak, vice versa. But there are a particular group of people that are found in a particular region, and so they want their sovereignty, and let it be that way.
Well said, Justin. Let me come in here. I think we are all on page on this one. I think it's PLO who said, he gave an analogy. He said, if the music, or if you like your keyboard before you right now, you have the alphabet up to Z, right? To write a word, it's the combination of those keys that can give you that melodious music that you listen to, different keys and different combination, right? So it's the same thing. So when you have tribal groups, you have different tribal groups in the country, and certain people are not included, they are excluded. You create room for conflict, and given our history, we should avoid the marginalization of certain people in the country. It is healthy, like Justin said, it does not take away from our country. It brings all the people, it recognizes all the people in the country, because we are all part of this political space or the political community. And I want to applaud the campaigners, hopefully, because the power struggle in our country. Certain people, they want to show authority, right? They want to humiliate certain people. And so when you go certain place, they don't want to recognize you. They want you to be at the bottom. They don't want you to be at the front. So the lower court, the injustice they inflicted on the Sarpo people, hopefully they will correct that. But something I read in the Supreme Court decision, though, they said the whole issue, it has, I'm not using that word, I'm not citing that word for word, but it says something to the effect of being a political case. Is there a political case? I don't see it as political. If people are part of the country and they feel marginalized, and they go to the court, and the court say, you know what, it has a political implication, so let the lower court take seize of that. I mean, maybe I'm not understanding how they interpreted the law, but I don't see it as political. They are not saying, you know what, we want to form our own political party. They say, you know what, money was printed in the country, and we are a legitimate tribe in the country. I don't want to use the word ethnic group. I want to use the word ethnic group, right? Because if you look at all the documents, the campaigner chairman, Mr. Wakoko, referenced the 2008 census. If you even look at the 2022 census Jawia did, Sarpo is all there. The Sarpo is, I mean, if you look at the better people, I think about 16. The day people, I'm talking about 16,000. And then the day they're about 30 some more thousand. And the Sarpo that 50 some more thousand people. But then you put the people that are 16,000, you put the people that are, 35,000, but you exclude the group that are 50,000 plus people. You know, you didn't put their marks on the money. So there is a motive here. But I want to go back a little bit though, Justin, Patrick, and Shirley. Is it because the backwards, or if you like, the lack of recognition of the Sarpo people, does it stem from our leaders before us? Because if you look at the history of the country, the first indigenous vice president was Sarpo guy, Thomas Wesson. You have the former council leader, Oscar Jai Kuya. I mean, we can go down the line, Mabutu Yimpan, we go all the way. So why is it that all these great people, and yet still, you are not recognized? Is it because those guys that are in authority, they didn't make effort, or they were concealing their identity, or what? Something wrong somewhere, to the point that you have these national figures, and then the tribal group they are from, they are excluded. Were they not proud to say, you know what, I'm a Sarpo man, or they were taking other tribal identity, or they considering themselves like our man Sonny Boy Noah is doing right now? Even in the Capitol building, when the people call him crewman, you can say, oh no, I'm not crewman, and the man will ignore that. Is that the same case like Romeo Kuya is doing right now, and say, you know what, Sarpo people, I'm not for you. What you are doing, it will bring division in the country. He used that big word. Sarpo people, they are not contiguous. I don't know what the hell you are talking about, but so is it the case why the Sarpo people are not recognized? Because our top leaders, they are not proud of their ethnic group, so they step away from their people. They don't want to speak their own language in public. I'm just thinking out loud here. Do you think these are some of the factors that led to where the Sarpo people are right now? They don't want to.
Obviously, yeah, but not to call everybody up. But I'm just going to jump in real quick. Obviously, yes, we're going to have to hold our leaders or our past leaders accountable for not pushing hard to recognize the Sarpo tribe, of course, because from my understanding, or what I will think, is that the Sarpo people, even though they are in the Sinoe County region, they are living in that region, but then the Cllr people are in majority. So maybe you may be senator, you may be township, you may be whatever. Most of the people that voted for me are Cllr people. The Sarpo people not too, they planted there, but they're not planted than the Cllr people. So in order for me to be re-elected, I want to appease the Cllr people who are my voters, my voting base. So I don't want to come clean and clear and say, oh, I'm a Sarpo man, I just want this opposition. And so for that reason, Sarpo should do this, and Sarpo is that, and Sarpo is this. Then comes re-election, the Cllr people say, oh yeah, that's Sarpo man. And you know the kind of division we already have in our country. That's Sarpo man there, you're moving from there, you're Cllr man there. I'm thinking maybe that's where the mentality for our past leaders, regardless, they should have done more. I remember back in the day, maybe that was 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, you must have the conversation. And sometimes at the time, we blame people without actually knowing what's going on. I shaved some blame on the honorable man, Honorable Zarzar. And I said, Honorable Zarzar been in politics for quite a long time. And especially for him to occupy the position he's as a representative, and for Sarpo, the group of Sarpo people to still be negotiating their legitimacy in Liberia, it makes no sense.
So what was Zarzar done? What you expected Zarzar to have done?
Well, what is Zarzar's responsibility when he became a representative? What does Zarzar do or does. Like I always told you, do not blame me for speaking the wrong English, but blame me for speaking the wrong Cllr or the wrong Sarpo, because that is what I was born to speak. That's who I am. I'm a Cllr man. I'm a Sarpo man. I'm not an Englishman. But now, Honorable Zarzar represents the people. He is the voice of the people. So Honorable Zarzar knows a lot about the region, the many of the other politicians. So he should understand that.
Justin, you're not answering the question. What is it that you wanted him to have done when it comes to the Sarpo people?
You could have passed a bill or put a bill on the floor. That
no, but are you following this campaigner argument though? Because they said no tribe in Liberia was legislated into law. So the Sarpo people cannot be legislated into law. They say we made the government. The government in power right now, they are all tribal people. The people put them in power. It's not the other way around. You know, so that's the argument. And the whole argument of the campaigners, they are not saying we want to be recognized. They are saying we are a legitimate ethnic group in the country, and you excluded our mask. You know, that's why they are not campaigning. Say, oh, somebody can't make them tribe in the country. We are, because if you look at all the documents, the CIA report, the CIA does report every country in the world. If you go on their website, it says CIA War Fact Book, and you go to Liberia, Sarpo is right there as one of the indigenous ethnic groups in the country. They name all the different tribes. So, I mean, we can go through all of that. So they are not arguing that is not their argument. Their argument is, why is it that the major artifacts, their money were printed, and their symbol, which is Biyakire, or the face, for example, or Panikire. According to your man Romeo, Sarpo, we don't have Usekira Jibable. We don't have they don't have face.
Usekira Jibable, and there you go, hombre.
I don't know.
And you don't know.
Yeah. So that's the argument the guys are making. But guys, I think we have done enough on this topic. Unless somebody has something else to say, Shirley, Patrick.
Let me share something important. In fact, that the Supreme Court opinion on. The Supreme Court said also that it has not come across any administrative, legislative, legal, or whatever means, Jewish, all the other tribes became tribes in Liberia. Okay, so that is there is no law that makes Bassa a tribe. There is no law that makes Ku a tribe. There is no law that makes Loma a tribe. So, I mean, that's another important part. So I agree with the point you made that said the people are not saying can't make us a tribe or go on radio and announce that okay, from today Sarpo is a tribe. No, it is not the argument. Because it is already a tribe existing, I mean, physically, and, and spiritually. So thank you for that's the point I wanted to make.
All right. So Shirley, you go with the topic, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Let's move on to the next thing here. It's another breaking news from Sinoe County, so we'll be right back.
Hello.
So Patrick, the breaking news, you are on the ground. I want you to break it for the Port Director for Sinoe County, Manneh Sylvia Tarley, was suspended. So
I want to see if he can he can open the line. Hold on one second. Hold on. Yeah.
No, I didn't forget. I saw Colo stuff. So Shirley, I will open the line. I'm not. I saw you call, but I'll open the line.
Manneh, before we move, I think. Could we open a line for a few minutes for people to call in?
For that particular topic that we just dealt with?
Yes, because there are people that want to call and yeah.
Okay, all right. I saw Colo's call. I wanted to call him back, but let's see. Is he on the phone with you?
Okay, he on the line. Okay, yeah, I'll tell Madison. Okay, yeah.
Shirley, is he on the phone or you want me to call him? Shirley, are you hearing me? You are on mute. Shirley, you're on mute. She on mute and talking. Shelly, you gotta unmute your mic. You gotta unmute your mic. You are on mic. You are on mute and you're talking.
Mute.
Shelly, you're on mute. All right. Let's see.
Would you say something?
Yeah, you were talking. You were on mute. We couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I put him on mute because he called. He said Green Junior want to contribute to the topic. He has something to say.
Okay.
So
All right, no, I said you were talking, but then you were on mute, so we couldn't hear you. All right. Maybe I don't know what we're passing each other, but I got a caller on the line. Caller, what is your name? And where are you calling from?
Yeah, this caller calling from Minneapolis, where Donald Trump sent ICE to attack us. And here, Jake, and it's an total.
Okay.
Yeah. That first list, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to our brother and sister back home, hello, my brother, and the Akuku that held in the campaign for Sarpo to be on the money that in Liberia that was printed 2022. Yeah, but that when it comes to the Sarpo, not be part of or not listed as a 17 or 16 tribe in Liberia, it is politically motivated. The fact that people that wrote our history intentionally or deliberately, they omitted Sarpo name, is politically motivated. You talk about other leaders or Oscar Jaiquia and past leaders and all those things, or Mambutu Nyepans and all of them, that it did not do anything or it did not talk about Sarpo, that Sarpo was not listed. And Justin make us a very strong point, and he tried to deviate from the topic. He said, why Mr. Zarzar did not raise the issue. He said, why Zarzar? Because Mr. Zarzar was one of the leaders of the county. So if you want to hold Oscar Jaiquia, the late Mambutu Nyepans, and the rest of the past leaders accountable that did not make effort for Sarpo to be recognized, nationalists, then why we cannot hold Mr. Zarzar accountable? Because Mr. Zarzar served the county for 12 years. So I think it was unfair that you did not.
No, Dote, I didn't say he shouldn't. I said, why Zarzar? I wanted to get his reasons. I didn't say he shouldn't criticize Zarzar. I said, what?
Yeah, the point Justin trying to make is that Zarzar was one of the leader of the county. So when you list the late Mambutu Nyepans, Oscar Jaiquia, and the rest of the people, the educated Sarpo people, Mr. Zarzar's name would be listed too because he served the county.
Please hold it a second. So, on video, if you are following, I'm trying to find you. If you can just shoot your email, I can send you the link so you can join us. But I'm trying to find you to send the link.
I was sending the link.
Okay, please. All right. Excellent. All right. Tote, go ahead, man.
So mine said to, I will blame Mr. Zarzar because of hate Cllr presumptive with the late Samuel Doe at the time. We thought that Mr. Zarzar could push the Sarpo people name to be listed, before the time, now we're talking about it. Because at the time, 1980s, after 1980, those time, he had close relationship with the late Samuel Doe.
Okay.
And you could talk to the president, hey, your former vice president or whoever was Thomas Weston who passed away, he was a Sarpo man. This Sarpo, our tribe, have not been listed, when it comes to the history of this country. I thought Mr. Zarzar could push it at the time.
Okay, but I follow the argument, right? But what I'm saying, why do we fixate on Zarzar when we have other No. Yeah.
No. I'm not just only on Mr. Zarzar. I'm talking about all the past leaders.
Even right now, we have the guys in the Capitol building. Not only people want to identify with their own people. So while we are not talking about the people, I mean, I know Zarzar made his own mistakes, right? But why the people that are there right now, Sonny Boy, Noah, and Romeo Kuya, they are putting out public statement right now and saying, they don't want to be part of the whole thing. So why we're not talking about, then there's somebody who is not on the political scene right now, and we're kind of wasting our energy on that.
Yeah, Romeo Cllr is in the Representative Cllr want to distance himself from it when it comes to the Sabo issue. I think it is wrong. Even solid board know, because the fruit of they are enjoying today, it is because of the Sabo people. And like what Justin said, some of them, they have political affiliations and their political alignments. When they say, oh yeah, I'm a Sabo man, they feel that they will lose portion of the vote of the Kru people. But that is not the issue. When Maputo went in the raid, he went in the raid as a Sabo man. And you know how many Kru people were there? Almost 4 or 5 people were there. But he still won the election. So by then, this himself from the Sabo people, I think is a wrong decision. Even though I'm not here for Romeo Cllr himself here. But if
Romeo wrote a whole book on that, man. We did a special episode on the statement. It's only about Noah. So it's not something like speculation. Yeah.
If Romeo do a show a confirm while some off final, there will be a political punishment for him, as well as whoever associated with him, because the fact that the Sabo people sacrificed to vote for you after running for almost 5 different times in the counties, it is because of the Sabo population in the District 1, because that's why made Romeo to win. So if Romeo wanted to distance himself from the Sabo people today, there will be a political punishment in 2029. Because our people will not vote for you, and you are enjoying the fruit of our people, and you want to distance yourself from the Sabo people. That is wrong.
Totally, man. He doesn't want to. The man has distanced himself. He wrote a clear statement on that. But totally want to say thank you, man, for your contribution.
Yeah, thank you always, and thank you again to Shirley. Thank you to my brother Patrice, who always raising issues from Sinoe counties, especially the recent issue, the suspending on the port directors. Thank you. Continue to deal with the information, my brother. I appreciate all your work, even though I might not comment, but I follow all your activity, Patrice. Thank you so much.
All right, Toda, thank you so much. So let's get to our topic that we wanted to discuss. Hopefully, Shirley, were you able to send the link to Mr. Gidio?
Shirley, you are mute again.
I sent it to him, but I'm not sure he and we are not friends on Facebook. So hopefully he can get it. Or do you want to send it to him?
You got his. When you get an email, just send it to me. I'll send it to him.
Yes, I don't have his email. I just sent it to his Facebook Messenger.
So
if he's watching, he can just check his Messenger. And then I send it to Cllr too, so he can forward it to him using his phone number.
Alternatively, you can just call him through Messenger and see whether he's going to pick up.
Yeah, so when I tried doing that, it said we are not friends. So
okay, all right, yeah. And so hopefully he will kind of get your communication. If you're following, Mr. Dio, if you're following, Shirley send you the link in your inbox, and just follow the instructions there and join us. Or if you want me to send it to you, just post your email address, and then we can bring you on. Our former president for SADAA, we want to get your opinion on what is your opinion right now.
Yeah, so, and I mean, we want to add that we'd love to have him on sometime too, want to pick his brain on.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely do that. That's why I like my man, Mr. Gio, is very open-minded. He's not somebody who will get angry. He's been in the vanguard for a long time, Yeah. When I criticized him, man, I went to Minnesota, he saw me and said, oh, that's how you put a can't give me hawk. Nobody there, Nobody there,
nobody knew that what man can do. But to be honest, Honorable, that's how you put the mouthpiece of the God because you looking sharp.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The elders, they want me to.
His wife said the same thing, right? His wife, that was the very first comment. His wife like, oh, my husband, you look so handsome. But yeah, you are looking good, brother. You always look good.
I appreciate it. When you can get compliment from Shirley, Patrick, and Justin, I mean, that means you're doing something right.
So you guys see the difference, right? I mean, your backgrounds are all bright and shining. and you see my background, you see, you see live balance. That is unfair.
Padre, you are doing well, my brother. You are giving our viewers the different dimension of what life is about. So your background is dark right now, but you are up. You are contributing to the show, and that is important.
Yeah. So
direct information is coming from you.
That's a good insight. What it shows the kind of leaders that Patrick has in Liberia. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that speaks. Anybody looks at you right now and say he has terrible leaders. That's what it means. Because if you are in a country, the whole country and the place is dark right now, your leaders are not working for you.
Guy.
All right. So the breaking news we wanted to share before Shirley brought that idea was the port director. Patrick, your boss lady. Let's talk about the story. What led to the suspension of Madam Sylvia Tarley? I'll pull a picture up here so that the people can know. Who we are talking about. The port director of Sinoe County that took over when Mr. Noah left. You know. So Patrick, put in context what led to the suspension of Madam Sylvia Tarley or Councillor Sylvia Tarley.
Well, I don't know. I'm on a show, but I have not been authorized really to speak officially to this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but just for
we don't want your income to be jeopardized. We don't want to jeopardize your income.
Yeah. 1 minute. Yeah, but just for the benefit of our audience and the curiosity, all of you have. On the surface, I will give a contextual background. Okay, so I've not seen the letter. I've not read it. I don't know exactly what are the real reasons. But as people sometimes say, lawyers will always say, behind every reason there's a real reason. Okay, so one, by assumption, we can talk about, the bill that came out recently, I think was one, presumably, or by perception, because the bill was passed on the 11th of December, and without hearing anything about what she may have done, and then on the 19th, she got a letter, so it came as a shock. But before that letter came, it was widely been speculated, It was widely been speculated that PD Tarley had a fight with somebody at the port, and stuff like that. So those rumors, pop up, But the leader that I know, the councillor that I know, and the leader have served for almost 9 years, Councillor Tarley, could not, have even done such thing, or she can hold a flag. She's a very professional person. She has a great profile, a great portfolio, a great career, a lawyer. And lawyers are people who are very empathetic. So those were things, that have been said. But very importantly, I think it could be something in the form of administrative, reprisal, against her for other things. A political fight that has been sustainedly, engineered on the other hand, by her 2023 rival in district number 3. Every now and then, all these things that have been happening. You don't hear the name of Romeo supporters. You don't hear the name of Duncan supporters. You don't hear the name of something we have supporters. You don't hear the name of Kassachi supporters. It has always been, a few handful of persons that that supported him 2023 and continue to support him sustainably. So it's just some component issue. But once we have the go ahead, to expand on the full details from our perspective, definitely we'll have the time. As soon as the president review, is instituted, the president has a call for calm. You'll be reviewing the decision, and whatever his decision will be, definitely she'll be coming out. She'll be coming out to speak to the issue, officially. But for now, yes, the port director is been suspended for 3 months, and hopefully we pray the president can review it as far as possible through a committee that is setting up. And we can hope that those decisions will be reversed and she will go back to her position. Yeah.
Okay, so you say for 3 months?
Oh yeah, 3 months.
Okay. So how do you get the 3 months?
So
you say you are not ready official communication.
Yeah. So obviously it is said, it is an adage that says where there is smoke, there is fire. Obviously. So on social media, in fact, there's a platform that posted the information first before I even got to know about it. All right. So from what our platform wrote, it said 3 months. Okay. So
actually, how close are you to Madam Sylvia Tarley? I think you. Let me read this statement. Whether it's from you, let's just make sure. The Area Code TV, who runs that platform? Is that you? You run Area Code TV, right? You are on mute.
Yeah, I say yes. I'm not muted. Yes.
All right, so I want to read this. You said it was on, I think, 1 day ago. You said Councilor Sylvia Tarley, Port Director of Greenville Port, is not dismissed or terminated. Suspension on review by the President's office. That's the title of the piece. And you say press statement for immediate release. Monrovia, Liberia, January 7, 2026. Okay, excellent. So let's see whether Mr. Gio can get situated. We can bring it in here. So this release is in response to speculation and social media reports claiming that the Port Director of Samuel A. Ross, Port of Greenville, has been relieved of a post as Port Director of Greenville, Port Sinoe County. The office of Councilor Sylvia Tarley categorically rejects and dismisses such claims. So, Patrick, did you talk to her before the statement was written?
Well, you see my name there already, brother.
All right. Let us hold the Honorable President on backstage for too long. Let's bring Mr. Gio here. Wait,
we gotta welcome the president. Don't do that.
Yeah, put the siren on. Yeah, let's bring the president on.
They put the siren on.
Yeah, hold on, God, bring the president on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with special honor, we have the distinguished pleasure at this time to bring the former president, the founder of Sarpo Development Association in the Americas, Honorable Greenco Gilio. Mr. Gilio, welcome to Voice of Sinoe. How you doing, sir?
It's a pleasure. It's a singular honor to be here this morning. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to meet one of the great guys, Justin's, Mr. Bolo, Shelley, who has been powerful to get me on. And you, thank you for all you do for our community.
Thank you, sir. So, Mr. Gio, I think it's if you read the book Things Fall Apart, I like a quote in there. Chinua Achebe said, even though you are now a lizard, you say a lizard does not jump on the top of the okra tree for nothing. What brought you in the town square?
First, there were topics highlighted this morning, all very interesting. First one, peace building. The group of individuals that were selected by President Manneh and the bigger to have peace. I also enjoyed the panelists, the arguments, how that committee was not gender balanced. I think this is a good forum to follow. I've not followed you for a long time because you decided to bring a diplomatic tie with the people. but we are here. I'm here for one reason. That reason is it's about the Sarpo people in Liberia. And the fight, the guys that are undertaking in Liberia is a beautiful fight. First, somebody questions about why not Mavi Zarzar, and you say one of the reasons why Mavi, people that added Mavi, and I think you want to take that out. He's your uncle, But when people try to ask a question that he can answer for himself. But I think all those guys who were our big brothers, our fathers who came ahead of us, I think they were so afraid. They were not able to stand in the face of what the communists were doing to them. Maybe Zarzar is an educated man in Liberia. Deacon Cllr is an educated man. On Regilio there is the leaders of the cattle centers in Liberia for a long time, and later found us. So we have produced great people in that place. But why is the reason that this Sarpo thing is not championed all along? Is that because of fear or what? And that's a question that we'll ask one day we'll have in a big forum. But I'm here today to add my voice to this forum that we all us here in America, wherever you live, let's join these guys. Whatever we have contribution to make, let's make the contribution so that they can clear the fight. We are writers like boulders on the ground, yourself. But there's something that I saw when I went to coach in this country. The way we write with Africans, our English is so powerful that it can say war. And I think we have to evaluate the way we write. Whatever educated we are, and I want to emphasize that today here. When we speak in the English, like the person in the tag should be able to interpret what we say. The big English we speak is only for our comrades. But why the Sarpos left out, and why is it necessary now that we should be considered in that country? You just gave one of the fighters, or one of the reasons that I want to give. The 133 rules of the American Liberian rules in that country. It was who brought it to end? It was Samuel Doe and Thomas Wesson, countrymen. So why is it that people are not questioning who was Wesson? But Wesson, the public said that he's a Sarpo man from Pinetown. We have Mr. Zarzar, myself, the finance minister, reported to Liberia, or deputy finance minister, Oscar Jaiquia, the first minister of local governments in that country, produced a lot of people. But there's something that I can tell you, the history that I found out while reading some documents. The histories of Liberia, my brother, whether you are a PhD holder or whatever you are, like you have a debate, is written by strangers. So why can somebody come from Lofa and tell me better about Pinetown? But here's the fact about Sinoe County. History tells me that the Portuguese went and visited Sinoe County on numerous occasions. On this day when they went, there was a day for them to make a tally of those people they met, how the French differentiate the language they spoke at the time. If they want it different or look different, they want to look different. And there's a place that they used to call Sinoe Wall. They put make it Sinoe Wall. That place where the people, they said about 15 miles away from Greenville, and I would say they had 1 people. They come there with a Sinoe, they sell their Sinoe, they get all the small things, they go back to the villages. This day when they came, the Sarpo were not there. So the only people that documented were the crew guys they met. And they said the crew were tried. Those that the Sarpo were not there, they said, oh, they were the bush crew. That's the roots of the history I'm telling you. Backed by history. So does it mean if you're not present, you are not a student? So we are legitimate people in that country. And it's a time for us to stand up to tell the Liberian people that this is what we have done and this is who we are, and Liberian people should respect our little tribe, whatever we are. I guess recently when the Civil War strike, we were the only little group that have 2 vice presidents in the council. Oscar Jaiquia, George Ibole. but you still don't recognize such a people. So I think that writers are writing differently in Liberia that indict themselves to the extent that the lower court, what the issue was as complete garbage. They told us that we are fragmented people in the Republic of Liberia. What do you call fragmented? The Mandicos peoples are in Lofa, they are in Sando, they are in Lofa, they are in Bond, they are in Moserado. The crew, they are in Monrovia, they are in Grand Crew, they are in Mirror. And you say we are fragmented? Based upon that, you make a decision? You know, of course, injury to us. And this is the battle we're going to fight. Not the battle to watch the blood shed. And that's why the upper court or the Justice Ministry, Chief Justice said, you know, political anyway. And when it comes to political, the guys like you who are level-headed will help us to fight the case, to make known that Liberia is a trap. When you ask a good educated man in Liberia now, they say, how many tribes you have in Liberia? They say, got 16. They still don't believe yet. So we have to provide, you know, that campaign so that they would know that we are a tribe in Liberia. And that's the piece I just came to provide to the forum here. We are a tribe, and whatever the cost that rode our slaves to get our recognition. We got too long. We have waited too long to be recognized. We have done all we could to be a tribe in that country. We distributed our blood. We paid for the pride. We worked hard, our parents, and whatever it takes, we're going to do it, my brothers and sisters. If somebody, the fear, somebody's in Grand General Canada is scared and say, oh, they want to be a county, they put the people that are here, the boundaries will be shifted, and blah, blah. That's not the fear. Because every country is also the mandates in Liberia and the mandates in Sierra Leone. I would devalue or changing the boundaries. People just got to understand that with education comes with a little sense of understanding. We are like Justin just said, we're asking for a check from the government of Liberia to be a tribe? Are we asking for position? When somebody say, you want to be a tribe, have a county. The many people that are in Lofa County, they get tribe, they get county. That want to get Bandi, they got Gisi, they got Loma. And I say one county. So who cannot debate that? They say Moha County. So they give the county two now. So that's a little information I can provide back. We just got to roll our sleeve. And the idea is we Sarpo boys will go to school, we score A in the school, we come outside, then we close our mouth. I think that that time should be over now. The same way they can talk blah, 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 we come with sense.
But Mr. President, thank you so much, though. I think that's a pretty insightful statement. Would you mind to take some questions from the panelists before you leave?
Yes, question directly on this issue. Any question?
We'll be concentrated to the topic, yes, from what you said. I'll follow you. Let's start from the lady first. Shelley, do you have a question for the founder of SADAA?
No, I think he did an amazing job. I think I learned a lot from him, the history and just breaking things down. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you. You are the coin.
Patrick, any comment on it? Any question for Mr. Gio?
Oh, yes. Let me say hi to my big brother, actually. We used to talk regularly. Very insightful, very, very amazing, you know.
Patrick, why you speak, Patrick? You said you used to. So why you call a diplomatic tie with a man?
No. Yeah, I think it's based on basic schedule for his son. Yeah, but we used to talk. Yeah, actually, you always chest on me, and I really appreciate that. So you are right, and I think it is time to really roll up our sleeves. But one question I want to ask you is this Sarpo campaign that we are on is not limited only to the inclusion on the 1,000 banknotes. Also, there are other things. And one area that has caught my attention, I have always craved for memorialization in Prafa and Pine Town, those two towns, one of them, there must be some memorialization, by the Sarpo people to remember people like Cllr and others who laid down their lives, so that we were not annihilated completely from the earth. Pine Town, where the first indigenous vice president came from, symbolically needs something. What do you think we can do in terms of memorialization? If we should do anything in that respect to honor the bravery and courage of those who have brought us far?
Yes, that's a good question, but I can tell you that Sarpo history is deep. The Sarpo commanders way back, we don't know them, but they challenged the frontier force. They lost a life. They also sacrificed their lives to capture so many places in the South towns in the way back in the 40s and 30s. The men and women who wasted their blood, there's no document to show to us who their names are. And that's why I want to meet with Deacon. Sarpo were the only group that challenged the frontier force in the Sinoe County. The men and women died. They sacrificed their lives to capture so many places when the crew was in problem. And that's why the debate of crew and the Sarpo was going to be a long issue. They called us when it was in crisis. We helped them to eliminate their suffering. And they provided land, also land, the Blake of Planable actually is a land, but it's an offer given to us by the war we fought on their behalf. And so there are men and women that wasted the blood at that time. And we can get a listing of them and know how powerful they were at the time. I'll be very, very, willing to provide you the answer to that question. But now, the list is not complete yet. There's men who fought long ago before that time too.
All right, that brings Justin. Justin, any comment, question for Mr. Gio?
Yes. Maybe a comment that will lead to a question. Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
You are a great man. You are well respected in the Sarpo people, amongst the Sarpo people. The same experience that Dak had with you, I had that same experience with you when I entered Minnesota. I was 3 years by one of our friends, Tico Swab, was alive that time. We went there to sympathize with the family and stuff. And you are the people's president, for crying out loud. I was just a guy just on the side, just having conversation with my peers, just to move through the evening. But you find your way out, come to me and say, so this is the Justin boy. You have your head on my shoulders, and we have few exchanges that evening, and that showed me the kind of man you are from that moment. You understand me? And so I respect you a lot, especially as one of the leaders among the Sarpo people. If I will have a question, I do have a question. Knowing what we know now, knowing what we know today, going through everything, where the Sarpo people are still fighting for their legitimacy in Liberia. They are not on the national banknotes of Liberia, which is completely exclusive of the Sarpo people. Dak, are you following?
Yeah, I'm following.
My
I'm getting some feedback from somewhere. That's all. So, like somebody get background noise or something. But go ahead.
All right. My question would be, when I first introduced myself, maybe I didn't mention my mother's name. My mother's name is Paulina Jadia.
Paulina Jadia.
Right. So, fully Sarpo woman, and my father, Grand Jeanette. Now, I have not been involved heavily into the activities of the Sarpo people because my mother took that task away from us. She does whatever that was needed to make sure that the organization, when they are having any forum or inaugurating people, she did all of that. So our contributions, me and my brothers and sisters, were through her to the organization. Now, my question would be, a few years ago, we realized that the SAPO organization in the diaspora in America is divided now. We have two separate SAPO organizations now. At first, it was one. Now it's two. So,
Justin, I had to call you up, but he was Fixable, right? You said we should take the question to what he talked about, right? So,
I'm connecting. Yeah. I'm connecting this question to exactly what we're discussing.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, if we want the Sarpo tribe to be recognized in Liberia as a group of people, but then we are divided in the diaspora or somewhere else, don't you think that our fight it's going to be divided as well? Like the people wouldn't take us seriously because we should stand together as one people. But then now we are divided, 2 or 3 or 4 different Sarpo groups, but we want one Sarpo people to be in Liberia, but they want the economic arm of the Sarpo people in the diaspora are divided. How do we make that argument that the Sarpo people should be recognized in Liberia, but they cannot stand together in America? How do we make that argument? And so, if so, now, do we have a chance from the proposal of the new president yet to be inaugurated by the Sarpo people or Manneh for us to come together and reunite and visit our differences and put that together? But my question is, do you think that Liberia as a whole should even take us seriously when we are divided?
A fair question. Let's get the president.
Justin.
Yes.
I don't see it as a division. Okay. When people see it as a division, I don't see it as a division. I see it as families that live in separate towns with different ideas, but on critical issues, they combine the efforts and they win. On these issues, I believe that it's an issue affecting all of us. You live in Peter David Town. If you look at the histories of our towns, I think the Sarpo, when they came traveling down to one settlement in Liberia, they came in group. And later they found little towns and towns and towns. That's not there's issue any divisions in their lives. All the time they always been living in individual town, but they come together as a group. On this issue, we will come together. We will face it. There's a parable that I learned from my father during the war. There's a crisis between the guys that were fighting the war in our area in the Pine Town. One bit of salmon and one guy. It was tense that morning.
The Great Boom.
Yeah, and people say the other one people will fight. The Kawadi will fight. The Yuasan will fight. Then one old man, they call old man Norman Tai from City Town those days. When all the old men they spoke, he was the last person, and that's what I learned to listen. You know, you got to listen to be able to speak to issues wisely. And he said, "Sarpo, like, and you know, there are Sarpo said no one barely. To say I do. Get them for I don't you know. Rather than that China. So whether the Aswena. As I know say where. So what I'm trying to say this morning now, those people that think that we are not together, they think they can use it, they carry their minds away. They make sure they get out right. They get outside us. We'll come by those little pieces, we'll put them together and bash it. But again, I don't see it as a division. I'm seeing that men are trying to try their strength, who you are and who this person is. But in the face of that, but all I can tell you, again, to add on that is that if you have a child in the house, you have 2 or 3, you Shelley, Bolu, and all of you that are here, and my brother Dak. So now you have 2 children or 3 children that one you can be sitting like all the time they execute mission. So, great. can't go water for me. Your friend can't visit you. Oh, open that place. You get sending that child over and over. They are submissive. They are obedient to you. Don't hide them because you need them.
All
And
right,
that will be all I can add on that.
all right.
Thank you,
Let's not
President.
hold
Thank you.
the president for too long. I mean, it's not. We'll make time to bring in a special guest so that we can ask more questions. But Mr. President, before you leave, I think to face a problem is first to acknowledge that there is a problem that exists, right? Because when we evade, we act as though there is no problem, then we can't get to fix it. So when you say, "Oh, I don't see any division," I mean, I just thought, I mean, that's a clever rhetorical approach, but we have to acknowledge.
You see how the men speaking about now, so the country, they put now not saying. They put that everybody you find and watching now. They will not understand that he's in there.
No, I agree with you on that. But when I'm speaking to the president, it's a specific president.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think we have to acknowledge there is an issue. I mean, obvious to the point where family will start to curse each other out, and they can't speak. That's a problem right there. So I just wanted to point out that. But with respect to the Sarpo campaigners, though, have you been involved with them at all? Because you say we should support the guys right now. So have you been involved with them? If so, what has been your support to them?
I can't do this here, but the campaigner, you can ask them.
Okay.
The campaigner, they are doing a big job for us, and I do something like I say it, and I'm going to say it again when they call you. Like, we are going to this place, the court this morning. We are going to Tiawan Gongolo to do this for us. That motorbike, like taxi. They got to drink water. So we got to see that. And all of us can do it. The only problem that I have with our people back home too is this is a great battle for all of us. When they go in there to quote in the money, what our people can't have them. Their team got it with the Loma people, they're too having the sucker, they're singing around, blah 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 blah. They're carrying that's morale alone. The people say, oh yeah, the people they are ready. But our people stay away. That's why I just want for them to be encouraged that even though their lifetime, their parents don't see it, but now, for the first time in Liberia, my mind and parents overhead bridge. Now my days now I see overhead bridge in Liberia. So not everything I see complete in Liberia. And so those that are gone, they don't see it. For us that are here now, we'll be alive to see that Sarpo is a trap. And so we need to fight for that. All we need to do is to give the support. When the court say you put it right line, you write Bolu, a sharp writer in Liberia. And the coin when we present, back on those days when our people want to get you that beautiful woman that they can give, they say that apparently you see their time tonight. It's people like Shelley there. And say, I'm one. When I know you, Lord, I'm winning you. They did that one bed, and I put out right. Anybody here, it right? I'm receiving that. So I'm watching to anybody Yamak here. So they put that fan on it. But again, supporting you want to like, let's do the best we can. We are not left behind. I remember when we were in Sinoe school those days, when we speak English, there's a crew guy wake up. Oh, Sabo Juo Pokui. Just to bring you down. But then when we go into the classroom, the history there, the guy Kaliatu from I call it from Bubadi, it may so rest in peace. The support that led history. They are there. A bunch of Sabo guys. Their grace are not bigger than ours, but their mouth is loud. But I tell our Sabo brothers now too, that the same ABC they're speaking. And just in those of you that that's so eloquent. We got to engage the Liberian media and talk to it. That the same thing. That blah blah in Liberia. The whole thing I look at a blah blah. You talk blah blah. You get space. And after all, you get nothing. So when it costs out to get a political party, the woman who was the foreign minister in Liberia, she got a political party that got up to 30,000 people. The government get a place and people got a resting place. At least now out of trouble, at least they get somewhere they can go and visit. When it costs for other, if they don't recognize us, they don't recognize the political party. We have 100,000 people. We ask this, those who have those statistics in Liberia, who had a voting age, it will have all 50,000 people to vote for Salomon will be a part of the government. Maybe that time they will know us. They get something, I guess, I don't think we can do that, but something, I guess, they refuse to give our status. Then we can use that means.
Okay, all right. Mr. President, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate your impromptu appearance. Even though, as you say, I shouldn't speak Bibo, yeah, but you know,
I'm blaming you. You know, the way they coming up, you come up with my man to be kind of then to be kind of when he call you to eat, man, I go and eat. That's what he said, man. I go and masticate.
That is so true.
They make us speak English.
So the president was standing on the camp. So the man had a 7-year-old daughter, her name Zinnah. So Zinnah had to know her cousins and near her name. We went to the study ground. Zinnah not know nobody. My auntie in Liberia, auntie said, Tougbay, you gotta teach the lady, or else the lady can make everybody fail. He said, Zinnah said, yes, daddy. He said, I gave you 2 days ultimatum to improve your intellectual capacity. Failure to accomplish that, you'll be isolated. Yeah, but we missed the comrade though. We lost the comrade on the camp. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate you, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank you
so much. Don't be a stranger. We want you to make your appearance here where you can.
No. Shelley. Again, is to see a female like this on that kind of forum. Then I'm happy to be here. I think I'll be. Somebody will support me here.
You'll be surprised.
I told them I don't care if they are in number, but they can't intimidate me. I'm here.
Yeah, and fight again to bring. I don't know on the show. It can't just be you alone.
Right.
Yes, if you have, Mr. T, if you have a woman, let us know. I've been looking around, but it's
I got one guy in Pinetown, so I'll try.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll let Sophia.
Okay.
I'll let Sophia come.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't want you to read a number offline. I will get your number from Darius, and I will stay in contact. We need to discuss some things.
All right, yeah. So that's ladies and gentlemen, that was the former president, the founder of SADAA, that Mr. G. Kojidio, former president as well, the United Southward Association in Americas. All right, guys, let's get to our topic. You know, these leaders, when they come on, it can be low, interesting. But there's something that Mr. Gio said that I think we have to eschew. We got to avoid it. Because he said we have to try our strength. Shelley, we shouldn't be trying our strength on each other, right? When we want to try our strength, is what the Sarpo campaigners are doing right now, right? So let's try our strength where people will not take off for money, will not exist, but we can't try our strength. I can't try my strength on Shelley. I can't try my strength on Justin or on Patrick, Let's go to those people that are trying to relegate us. Those are the people who got to go test our strength on and now on each other, But, that's something that the president said I was kind of a little bit alarmed. But he said something, though, with respect to the writer of history. Always the victors in a battle are the writer of histories, right? So the sister people won war, the people even give us land. So why we are not the writer of history in our country when we won battle? What did we do wrong? I mean, so I like the fact that Reverend Sua and I think Manneh Tarley, one of the Tarley suits, the people are coming out writing books now. That's a good thing. I think right now Reverend Sua has a book, The History of the Sarpo People. You can go on Amazon and get a copy. Yeah, so we can know who we are, you know. Yeah, but that's a good thing. Thank you, Mr. Gio, for coming on. Yeah, so we're talking about Sylvia Tarley earlier, and somebody had the floor before Mr. Gio came on. Who was speaking?
Maybe our Patrick.
I was speaking.
Okay, Patrick, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so you were asking if I got approval for that release. Yeah, and I was telling you yes. Because your question was how many months, and I said 3 months. And, you know, then you said, well, you said you have not seen the letter. And, you know, yeah, knowledge, yes, I have not seen the letter, but and, you know, from what I read and from what I have been told, it's 3 months. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, but who told you though?
Oh, so if I'm making a release, I mentioned 3 months, and who approved the release in the first place? So that's that's the thing. I'm not telling you that even though I'm very close and I talk to Manneh every day, what I'm saying to you in short is I have not got the.
Yeah, I think somebody calling him or his device is glitching. Now let's see whether you're gonna get activated again.
Yeah, but it doesn't negate the fact that you know, what I have written, you know, was approved, you know, by the PD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pastor, before I bring the next person, I mean, why are you hesitant when it comes to calling people, for example, names of people that are fighting Manneh Tarley? Because from what I'm seeing for the first short time she has been at the Port of Greenville, she is making radical transformation. So when people are fighting her and you have, I mean, I don't know whether you're afraid or you're trying to be diplomatic.
No.
I don't know what that is. So who are
No,
the people
what happened? No, what happened?
Let me end my thought. So because we have to defend, we have to protect both our women and men, right? So if we, especially leaders that are doing good for our country, because Sinoe County is backwards, you know. So if we have people that are coming out that are determined to change the face of Sinoe County or to change the entire county, and then in no time the person will be out of office, then we have to know the forces, those negative forces that are pressuring, that are fighting the good folks, you know, in our county. So that's why I ask him, I mean, who are those people that are fighting a woman?
So see, you are absolutely right. And I know, like I said earlier, first I've always reached out to Councillor Tarley to appear on our platform, but she has always said, just wait some more, let me get some things accomplished. I don't want to be talking, we are doing things I want to be speaking with actions, things that have been achieved. And then last night, you found this phone network reached out, you know, to have her appear, following the appearance of Copy, which is here. Okay. So the main reason why, the main reason why I'm reluctant is because she has asked me to exercise restraint following the president's intervention to say, just keep calm. This issue here, I'm looking into it, and I will handle it decisively. So if I don't want to convolute it, or maybe to blow it out of proportion at the moment. So,
okay, so
for
you, was she suspended by the president? For
not by the president, but by the port managing director.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring Shelley. Shelley, what's your take? I mean, we're talking about female empowerment here. We had a
just to get this right though, so she was suspended by Seku.
Yeah, she was suspended by Seku, the managing director.
So who appointed her replacement, or who appointed the person that is acting?
The same authority that suspended her the appointment, you know, for the acting port director. And in fact, the CEO will really be released, and I will ask him to continue. I will ask him to continue so that the people can understand, because that was one of the issues. The issue for him was
my thing is though, like, I don't think I had problem with you trying to, investigate someone and suspending, but the problem is, why would you remove a person who is from Sinoe and replace and put someone in that position that is not from Sinoe County?
Okay, so that's the question. So yeah, so that question is going to be NPA management to answer. Yeah, but the release came out yesterday, CEO and Justin and Shirley, the release came out to dispel the rumor that was being spread by the very people seeking her downfall. So now all of you over there, one way or other, you will know that suspension, especially for a specific time or a specific period, is not termination or dismissal.
No,
so yeah. So maybe one could say it is indefinite, perhaps, and you don't know your face, you don't know when you're coming back, but they said suspended for 3 months. And so for political, the detractors are moving around saying, oh, she lost a job. And that's a main goal. She lost a job. We are cutting her out. She's no longer port director again. So politically they think they have weakened her, or they have, they have succeeded in getting her out of service, or maybe diminishing her influence as a public servant, making impact. And so that was a part we tried to correct yesterday when the release came out. So we say, no, she's not terminated, she's not relieved of her post, she's not dismissed. She's only been suspended for 3 months. And that suspension is only revealed by the president's office. And we are very confident, very confident that the president who recommended, she was not the choice of the managing director earlier. No, she was not. First, her interest was becoming superintendent. And then when she lost her way out of the same fight, and then she said, okay, but then okay, go to the point. If the president asked, why ever send you to New York, perhaps, as a consular officer, or what if I send you to Ghana, perhaps, or what if I meet you in Monrovia? And no, he said, no, I want to be with my people, actually. I want my impact. When I wake up in the morning, let me see my people's face. Whatever problem they go through, they all solve it together. So I want to go to the port. So our presence, is said to.
Let's bring the next person in. Time is running out here. So, Shirley, have you exhausted your thought on the port director? When you close your talk, let's bring Justin in.
So, I just can't put, I can't put it in words how you will remove someone and then replace them with someone that is not in that country, in that county.
But Shirley, let me challenge you on that though. The selection of officials is not based on county. They don't do that. They select people based on competence and experience. And
so are you telling me there is nobody from Sinoe County that?
No, that is not the point I'm making. The point I'm making.
Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear.
No, so the point you're making, why is it taking somebody from elsewhere? Because you have to understand the position, they are political positions, right? So the closer you are, like Patrick said, the managing director never wanted Sylvia Tarley, right? It was the choice of the president, and because of her proximity to the president, and that's why she got that job. So it could be that this gentleman is closer to the managing director. So it's all political games, But right, go ahead.
Yeah. Then it makes sense. But I mean, even point out why she is suspended. What did she do?
So Patrick is going around the issue, but let me give you a little bit of context based on some of the information I'm hearing. Patrick tried to, the mayor is employing multiple capacities, so he tried to protect his stream of income, so which is fair, But I'm here. I'm not employed by anybody in Liberia, so I'm the voice of the elders and the ancestors. So I will tell them. So Shirley, there was a story from Greenville, especially at the port, They said the gentleman was flogged or was, physically assaulted, and it was alleged that the people that beat that gentleman, it was the Sylvia Tarley, the port director, who authorized the beating of the gentleman. Okay, yeah, that was the allegation. So it even went as far to our representative. Okay, Mr. Noah went on the floor of the Capitol building. I can remember the story where he presented. He had paper in his hands. Oh, you see the guy, somebody flocked in my county, and the people should be brought here for questioning. And I had an issue with that. You see, Shirley, when you have a problem in your house, you don't just bring it to the public, right? The first thing, Sylvia Tarley, where she's serving is in district number 1. It's not in the political bailiwick of Sonny Boy Noah. Sonny Boy Noah represents district number 3. So if somebody should bring something on the floor, it should be at least first Romeo Kuya, because he represents district number 1, Sinoe County. But Sonny Boy Noah has a motive. There's a reason why the guy is doing it. So the guy that was allegedly flogged, he's a supporter of Noah. Okay? And so Noah, whether the story is true or not, that's another thing. But Noah is trying to use some of his disciples that are planted at the port to demonize Sylvia Tarley so that she can be removed. You got to understand, the port is seen as a cash cow, cash cow for some of the politicians. So Noah used the port to come to power because that's where he got the money from. But he could not run the port. That place was dilapidated with Sonny Boy Noah that left. The woman just came and started fixing the place. And now the people are gravitating towards her, and she went against Noah, 2023, She went against Noah. And now she is at the port, and she is making a difference. And now the people are gravitating toward her, and she still has political ambition to either run in district number 1, 2, or as a senator. So Sonny Boy Noah tried to cut the woman for natural background before it gets serious for him. So it's all politics here.
So this guy is Sonny Boy Noah, this guy?
The guy that are showing you a gold ring to her, the man on the screen there. Yeah, he's a representative for district number 3. Sonny Boy Noah. And when you are running for office, you know what the guy said? Shirley, the guy said, woman can't do what man can do. That was what he said. So the woman is doing what he could not do as a man at the port to face that place. So Noah is embarrassed. So he is now going after the woman and the running propaganda, and I'm afraid she might not come back. You know why? Because, Shirley, the president, again, like Patrick said, the woman got the job because of some connection to the president. And the woman proximity to the president is seen as a threat to Sonny Boy Noah and the other guys in the county. The ones she's taking pictures with the president, they're going around and doing stuff. She has easy access to the president. So that is a threat to Mr. Noah. Okay. The reason I'm afraid that she might not come back is what I call Boakaism. It's the leading philosophy of the president. The president has the tendency.
We are listening to Boakai listening. Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. So the philosophy of Boakaism is when he suspects people, they're highly unlikely to come back. So he can go to people that were suspended. So the Fadika brother, for example, they were not fired. They were suspended. The DEA boss, or what he calling, I think, what they call it again, Patrick, the DEA boss who had the fight with the Fadika brother. He was not fired. Kuman was suspended. We can go to the immigration boss as well. Yeah, he was also suspended. He was not brought back. So I'm afraid that's the leadership philosophy of Joseph Boakai.
The next boss was suspended and came back.
Okay, so that's an anomaly. That's an anomaly.
There has to be somebody who will break that then. So
what happened?
There has to be somebody who's gonna break that. So we hoping that she comes back.
Yeah, so that's my hope, right? But Patrick said one person came back, so it is not. It's the exception rather than the rule, right? Because a lot of the people that were suspended, they did not come back. So hopefully Xavier and the gentleman who he just mentioned will be the exception to the rule. But Sonny Boy, Noah, Romeo Quia, and those guys that fight sorry that Romeo Quia is my man Patrick man. But those guys, they see Sylvia Tarley as a threat. Okay? And Shelley, I think we have to change the players on the field. The men have failed us for many years in Sinoe County. And they do not want to change, they still want to remain there. Mr. Quia has been there. He said he received one, he came on public and said, I received $100,000. I will build a library for the people of Sinoe County. We can see one black laid over there. And the woman just been there for less than 1 year. Sonny Boy Noah were over there for 6 whopping years. The man could not renovate one building. And the woman just make that place, right now, Shelley, that place is brand new. She literally refurbished the place. And these guys are afraid for development. Basically, it's not against Sylvia Tarley. The guys are anti-development. They don't like development. They don't like progress. When they see progress, because what progress does is it opens people's eyes. So the guys want to keep our people in the dark. You know, they want to keep them in the darkness so that they can continue to use them. They carry few bags of rye, they go Bay Palava Hall, and people clap for them. And Sylvia Tarley is trying to change that paradigm so it becomes a threat to them, the power structure in Sinoe County right now. And that's why they're fighting hard. And so that's why you put the question of the elders and the ancestors who exposed them. Noah is a threat in that county, that young boy. He is so power greedy. His appetite for power is insatiable. So he will fight anybody who is making progress in Sinoe County. We got to make sure 2029, so my man Justin, you have to carry your rabbinic beer to Sinoe County to make sure that we go from village to village.
Lord, I'm done.
How is my beer connecting to
How is the beer connected to?
You see, the rabbinic beer, it got blessings in it. So when he takes it to the people, he can pour the blessing out of the beer.
It got pepper and salt.
Yeah, he baptized the people so they can see through the shenanigans of Sonny Boy Noah. You know,
you have a point there.
Yeah,
you have a point there. So yeah, put there.
Yeah, so Justin, let's get your view about the training development, man. They're taking people that are developing our county out, and the guys that are there, they're not doing anything, but they're taking development people from the county. What do you make of this, Sylvia Tarley?
Realistically, first of all, I'm looking at the lady here. She looks so beautiful, you know, just from a picture that I'm seeing. And then
Justin, not to call you on, it's not the woman. It's not somebody who wants power or money. I went to the house, to the woman house in Maryland here. The woman is a professional lawyer in the U.S. She's a lawyer in the U.S. I went to her house, Justin. The woman lives in a mansion. Before she even got a job in Liberia, I'm not saying she got like Sonny Boy and all that got marshal after they got to power. The woman she was living in a mansion before Joseph Baga called her in Liberia. You know, since she's not somebody who is hungry and looking for a job. She genuinely loves the people. She wants to make a difference. Whereas Sonny Boy Noah and those guys, they want to amass wealth. That's the goal. So that's the difference between Sylvia Tarley, an educated woman who put in your time. Number one, the woman experience is a threat to Noah. Her education is a threat to Noah. And her ambition to change the county is a threat to Noah and the other guys. And that's why they are fighting her. But go ahead.
So I'm just going to cut through the chase. Having given a short background of our dear sister here, looking impeccable. Now, she was suspended by whom? By who? Who suspended her? Let's start from there. Who suspended her? You are mute. You are muted, sir. You are muted.
Okay. By the managing director.
Yeah. So the managing director suspended her, right?
Yeah.
What was her position in the port of
Port director? She was the head of port director. Oh, she's the head of port. Yeah.
All right. And so her position and the managing director that suspended her, those two positions, were they appointed by the president?
The president appointed the managing director, and the president recommended her appointment to the managing director as port director.
So the president appointed the managing director, and the managing director recommended her as a port director.
The president recommended. The president asked the managing director, instructed the managing director to appoint her as port director.
Say that again, please, for our audience, not just for me. Because
okay.
We want to know who
so the president appointed the managing director.
Yes.
Yes. Good. And after the managing director appointed somebody to go to take over the port as port director, the president asked the managing director to record that person and send Manneh Tarley as a person he prefers to be there.
Okay. So she is the president's own referee, if that good English there.
Yeah.
The prefer her being in that position. And so now, after the incident that have occurred, that the managing director suspending her now, because according to the managing director investigation, quote unquote, so far, she is responsible and the fight or the beating of the individual happened on a watch. And so that's why the managing director suspended her for, right? And they even gave her a suspension timeline, 3 months.
Yeah, right? 3 months. Yeah.
All right. The doc said, so far for the last 2 or 3 years of following Joseph Boakai regime, we have learned that when Joseph Boakai suspend you, you are more likely not to come back than not, or you are whatever, but you know my point. Now, the managing director suspend our sister here, who is the port director. How, especially when she was referred to that particular position by the executive branch, I would expect the executive to step in, right? And that make it clear that our sister here did not go in Liberia to be like other politicians and just be leashed on the political system. She's been established here. She's got her own thing going on here. She feel that this is her area of expertise, and she went there to offer services to the people. Our politics is hard. The same way we fought about Sarpo being recognized today. That is exactly what's going on here today. Sonny born Noah is a young guy from a picture I just saw, and politics can, control people in so many directions. But I will advise, or I will say, that the executive branch should step into this matter, because they refer this lady to that particular location or position. So if anything come out of there, they should be able to do a thorough investigation of what is going on before even a suspension can be labeled. You labeling the woman suspension for 3 months. Joseph Boakai been suspending people indefinitely. You understand me? So they are probably following the same trend. But if the executive hands are too tied or they are too occupied to the extent that the post situation in Greenville, they cannot get to it right now, then the Liberian people will suffer again another good system that was probably trying to develop. You understand me? So they're going to get rid of her. She's not hungry. She's not suffering. She'll probably come back in the United States or go anywhere else and do the things she's been doing. But our system will remain stagnant. The people that hold it hostage will continue to hold it hostage, and will cry the same cry that we continue to cry and we continue to cry. If the executive can look beyond if the executive can go beyond what is happening right now and call this woman for investigation and see why is it that somebody was beaten severely on her watch, if indeed that really did happen on her watch, and let the investigation be done so that all parties can be certified before a legitimate conclusion of the situation, that will make more sense.
Justin, well said. Let's transition to the next thing. Unless Shelly, you got something to say? Shelly, you got something to say?
No.
Okay. So the last thing I want to say on this topic, again, Patrick, you follow the development very well. Every leadership has a structure. I'm afraid she might not come back. When she comes back, I'll be happy for Sinoe. I'll be happy for her and everything else. But I mean, every administration has a structure. She is the managing director, and somebody is, director, port director. Somebody is on her at the port of Greenville. Mm-hmm. But then the president of the the managing director is bringing somebody totally from somewhere else, bringing that person. There is a problem. Patrick, as a matter of fact, where is the man from, Mr. William Eugene Mason? Where is he from?
I'm not really familiar with him, but from social media posts that are viewed so far, I learned he's from Lofa.
Okay, so then there's a trend here, though, because I was reading this newspaper one time they call Lofanomics, where the administration of Joseph Boakai, the majority of these people, they are from Lofa. That becomes a problem. I have nothing against Lofa people. My wife is from Lofa. But when it comes to leadership, we cannot criticize Judge Weah yesterday for choosing everybody from the Southeast, right? Even though it's not the Southeast comprises of multiple counties, all right? But then they criticize Judge Weah for that, and now the president is taking, at least 70 or 80% of the people in his government from his county. That becomes an issue, Why should you have to take everybody from Lofa County? The other people in the rest of the country, they are not capable of leading, So it raises eyebrows for me, and I'm afraid when Sylvia Tarley want to come back. When she comes back, that's a good thing for her. But let's go to the next topic. Let's stay with the same president. The president, the port. Let me take you guys from that position. So we have the topic that we wanted to discuss about the decentralization of the ports. A bill was forwarded to the president for his signature, but it was vetoed. So I want us to talk about it because it's still surrounding the same port issue that we are talking about here. So Shelley, I think that's something that you like, and I want you to take a stab at it first.
But I want to open up for you before I see you quickly. If we say the one that was recently passed, the one that was recently passed about was veto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Shelley, that's something that you are interested in. Let's get your view on it first. Shelley.
I'm so sorry. I have to put myself on mute. You.
So we want to talk about a decentralization bill. The ports in the various country to make it autonomous, and I think the Senate passed a bill. It was sent to the president, and it was vetoed by the president on grounds that there are a couple of things I think the president highlighted. Number one, the National Port Authority is on the authority of the president or the executive, as you say, and then the Liberian Senate or the lawmakers are trying to change that institution without the participation of the executive. That's a concern that was raised by the president. I think another concern that was raised as well was it was set up by president. If the lawmakers would just wake up and make a change, to something. Let's say in the law, people can come after that and say, you know what, people before all the did, so we can do the same thing too. So I think those are concerns that were raised by the president. And the guy could not amend the bill. They said they should pick it back to kind of tweak it and make some changes. As a matter of fact, the National Port Authority is on the National Port Authority. All the ports right now, they're also talking about. I think the guys want to set a nine-man board or something for those ports to be on a nine-man board. I think that's a concern that the president also raised concerning the bill.
So, I mean, yeah, I completely understand the president concern, especially, like trying to stop anybody from coming up with, okay, let this be done, or coming up with a bill and try to pass it. And also with the 9-man committee, where basically, if you are trying to decentralize the polls and having 9 people having the power to do that is not decentralizing anything, because you still put the power in the hand of those 9 people to make decisions. So I understand that part, right? But let's look at this. There is good thing to decentralizing the poll, and there are also something, some negative things that we can get out of it when that happens. So let's look at some of the good things that can happen, right? Everyone wants to be independent. So I know you will argue this, but I thought about it for a while. Like, if you decentralize the poll, Sinoe County can be able to control their port, the money that come in, and be able to manage it on their own. But what happens then is a lot of people in Sinoe County can get a job. A lot of people in Lo-Fi County can get a job. So it benefits the people in Lo-Fi County, benefit the people in Sinoe County, because the port down is run by then, and they can control the aspects of getting job and the money that comes in and doing development. Whereas if it's not decentralized, everything goes to the national port, or if they have those 9 men taking over, they control all of those resources. So that's, to me, that's the positive part about it. And there's a lot of positive thing about it. But the negative thing that will come out of it that I'm looking at is people will be there to try to enrich themselves once they put the decentralized, especially greedy people that always like what is in it for me, and forget that they are there to serve the Liberian people. They will take that money, they will take those resources, and they will be able to use it for themselves, or they will handpick their family member, the people that are connected to them. You will even find people like giving job out based on like what they can get out of it. So I don't know. I felt that instead of the president just dismissing that whole bill, is something that he could have at least tried to amend and come up with saying, okay, we'll decentralize it and give some power to the local port authority, and then try to control it some other way. But at least give them some power. But as of now, they don't have any of that.
Okay, let's bring Justin. What is your take?
Yeah.
Before I bring Patrick in.
Okay, so this guy just came from bed, and all of a sudden he just ran straight to here.
Yeah. So but what you do, Justin? What I would advise, I want you to take care of the man first. You always come by, but the little man comes first. Let's take care of him, and then you can come back.
Yeah, no, he's good right now. He's on the lap.
Okay,
he's paying attention. Right. Sometimes these guys need to be trained and followed through. As you can see, he's not yelling, he's not crying, he's not doing nothing out of the ordinary. Now, it's a bill that has been passed quote unquote, from what we have
So
heard so far.
first of all, do you Justin, first of all, do you think it's a good bill? Is it good for the ports in the country to be decentralized? If so, why is it a good idea?
Okay, and that's my thing. We must understand. Let us understand, first of all, if the ports in Liberia, are they decentralized right now or not?
No, they're not. That's what is in the bill to do so.
Huh?
If they are not decentralized, that's why they sponsor the bill to decentralize it. Yeah.
All right. Now, the ports are the ports part of the executive branch or the legislative branch, which we must also understand that. If the ports must be decentralized, if they're not decentralized right now and they must be decentralized, is it the responsibility of the executive branch or the responsibility of the legislative branch to decentralize them? From what I have heard or learned so far, as of now, before the passing of the bill, of whatever bill that these guys have went through with it and sent to the executive, the ports of Liberia are decentralized. We got 4 ports in 4 counties, 5 million people. We have the NPA. The NPA oversees the activities of the ports. That means these ports operate and send their operational budget to the NPA at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year. And the NPA is responsible to report to the government, to the national budget, as to which port produce or what income or whatever amount at the end of the year. Now, if that is not happening, then that is a problem in itself. But for the legislative branch to go and draft a bill to quote unquote or so-called decentralize the ports of Liberia, knowing that these ports are kind of decentralized already, that is redundant. You understand?
No, Justin, if you have the National Port Authority, then it's not decentralized. Now, the central authority where all the ports, they report all their proceeds. So what you are seeing right now, instead of having a central entity where all the ports should be reporting to, each port should be autonomous, meaning that they should be on their own. Whatever resources they generate, they use it to develop their place. You know, they have their own authority instead of getting a boss somewhere in Monrovia that they report to. You know.
Well,
but I will end your thoughts so we can bring Patrick in. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But then, if you read the bill that the president vetoed, and the executive branch vetoed the bill for a reason. The bill did not state that. Now, the bill is requesting that each a port will have a 9-member board, 9-board member that will succeed or succeed the activity of the board. So let's say for the port of Greenville, they got 9 board members. The Buchanan got 9 board members. The Habel got 9 board members. Now, you are creating, in my opinion, from what I'm looking at, instead of the government actually investing into private entity, the government is expanding its expenditure, which we know already. Government employing more people in the country is a problem because government cannot be the only one employing more people. So you creating 9 board members in Sinoe County, 9 board members in Zarzar, 9 board members for every and each of these ports. That is you expanding the government expenditure, and you are putting more people on the government payroll that that we don't need, instead of investing into private entity. So there's a reason why the president and the executive branch veto it. And as I learned, that bill was sent back to the executive branch without the corrections that the executive branch outlined to make those corrections from the legislature. They did not fix those corrections. They Mago and send it read back. First of all, that is not their place to even try to change the regulation of the port. If anything, they have oversight. Their oversight responsibility is to make sure that the income that are coming in from the various ports are regulated and reported to the national budget correctly. That's what they should be doing. They should not be trying to make sure that the other port, 9 people control it, 9 people control it. No. That is not. So it's a oversight by the legislature already.
Okay, Johnson. We're running out of time. Let's bring Patrick in here. So let's bring Patrick. Patrick, what is your take?
So I kept hearing 9 board members. 9 board members. So if what I'm hearing from you guys is true, then I think this conversation is in reference to the first bill that was line veto. Because the president intentionally, based on his interests for that bill, based on the fact that he himself, he sees the bill as an integral part of his decentralization policy, item by item, outline everything. You almost like a student start your test, give you the paper, and do not put their name. They do not put their name on the paper. Then you tell them, okay, you know what? Take the paper, go and put your name there. If that student returns that paper to you without putting their name, then it means something is fundamentally wrong with that student. Then of course you have every right to veto it. But the line between the president did, he spelled out everything he wanted corrected. Everything. And Councilor Chie, on the Senate side, the chairman of the House Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petition, I even interviewed him, and he said the president's demands were met. For example, the board members were reduced from 9 to 7. Okay? And every other thing, the maritime authority was exclusively given back to maritime. So meaning sport regulation or regulatory authority will not come close to maritime rule or maritime function. All right. Because maritime does not collect revenue, okay, from the ports. Maritime only regulates. It only sets the standard, it sets the policy. But regulatory authority at least will be establishing, So all these things the president outlined, Kasochie said, they were corrected. And he was on Prime FM even yesterday. Jonathan Carpe was on Spoon FM the other day. So I am a religious follower of this whole debate on the bill. And if it was vetoed last night by the president, and I'm not aware now, then of course you guys are correct. If it was done just this morning, and I have not been told or been briefed yet on it, then of course you guys are correct. But from the day the justice minister re-communicated with the president on what he observes, to the best of our knowledge, the president has not put his pen on that bill yet. But if he has done already and I'm not aware, then you guys are correct. But the bill, as the president presented back to them, everything the president asked for was touched, was changed. If there are new observations that the justice minister discovered, for which the president has now vetoed, well, it is in his authority as a president, but also it is in the constitutional authority of the legislature by 2/3 majority to override what the president may have vetoed today or yesterday.
All right, so Patrick, since you are on ground, you are kind of cognizant of what is unfolding, right? Is the bill good for Liberia, decentralizing the various ports? If so, how is it beneficial to the various counties that have?
So the bill is good for Liberia, and the bill forms an integral part of Liberia's decentralization or localization policy. Everything can be about Monrovia. For instance, to get a rainbow sheet for the Greenville Port or Buchanan Port or Harper Port, the managing director must approve. For people to get a rice, common thing, a rice, people to eat, the managing director must approve. To get anything done, managing director must approve. Even if somebody shows you insubordination as a port director, to get a person suspended or reprimanded, the managing director must approve. Every other thing is about the national port, it's about the central office of the port BAPAD. Now, to decentralize what it does now, it contributes 5% of overall revenue collected for that year to the county's development funds. First of all, that's a revenue benefit for the county. 5%. If you raise 1 million, someone gonna get something there. If you raise 2 million, someone gonna get something there. We cannot get grandpa got something and baby then got something. That one good part of it. Two, it was for the first time affords people the opportunity from the county level to serve on MPA board without coming to Monrovia. Board members are always appointed. Board members who are being appointed always, there are people who live in Monrovia always to the National Port Authority. At least now somebody who has lived in a county all their life, who has served the county will have a time, will have an opportunity to also be a board member. It's not thing, it will what? It will increase revenue generation. Okay, for instance, if you want to send container to Sinoe for the people of Sinoe, for instance, you would not have to send up container to what? To Monrovia, and then look for extra $5,000. Okay, extra $5,000 to fill that container. And if you delay in getting that $5,000, every day APN terminal will charge you $80 per day. If you fail to free as per the time stipulated, and you have constraint along the way, and any delay per day is 80, is 120, is 160, and it continues to go up per day. So you will simply send it to Sinoe County. For Sinoe to Sinoe is a short distance. You will still have something there. And another thing it does is it will revitalize the system, all right, the infrastructure. It will revamp the post system. Okay, people will now, students will have vacation jobs, students will have time to learn. People will go and learn, about port management. People will work, okay, from the various counties, Grand Crew, Riverside, Grand Gila, people can go to Greenville to work there at the port. So GPL is there. Putu Ayao is coming back. All the logging companies are there. All of them will have an opportunity at least to have leases at the port. So yes, it is good. It is good for the people. It is economic liberation for the people. It's something that gives them the power. That gives them something to the power and to the authority. So yes, it is a good thing, and we all want it. It's good for Liberia. Everything should not be about Monrovia. Monrovia is not Liberia.
All right, Patrick. Thank you so much for the insight. My thing is, I personally think, the decentralization of posts and various institutions in the country, I think those things, they are not the problem. That's my view, right? The problem in the country, Patrick, is your leadership. First, you need leaders that actually love their country. Patrick, if you have a leader, let's take, I don't like to take attention from Liberia, right? But say, for example, let's look at Burkina Faso. The gentleman that is there, he has not been there he's been there for less than 5 years. He is not developing the country because they are decentralizing ports. The man has a plan for his country. He has a vision for his country. He is implementing wherever he is from Ouagadougou, but he's building all the villages and the towns and everything. It's the same like in China. They have the huge central government, but the government is taking care of every facet in our country. So the whole thing is centered around your leaders, Patrick. So our leaders, Patrick, when I look at your budget, I will repeat this thing over and over. When I look at your budget, which is $1.2 billion right now, and Patrick, you have 76% of your budget going to recurring expenditure, and only 23% going to developing stuff and growing the economy, you have a problem. So you can decentralize all you want. But when the budget comes, it goes to the judiciary, it goes to the executive, it goes to the legislature. Those three branches of government absorb the resources, and all the other counties. I mean, how can you have Sinoe County, for example, with 150,000 people, and then you give them $200,000 for development? So, Patrick, if you can decentralize it, when the budget comes, once the budget is not allocated to development projects, it doesn't go to the county, you continue to have the vicious cycle. You can have all the decentralization you want. But that's my view on it. I think it's a facade. It's another way to take attention from the leaders that are eating the country money and the people are suffering. That's, I mean, they always give us something to talk about, right? So they will find some kind of way to take attention from them. So, but that's attention is a facade. They try to distract us, but let decentralize and all the different things. Don't listen to that thing, because once they do that, the big man stay up there. You'll take that phone and call him, man. Hey, my man, where in that budget? You bring something here. They will do those things. But Justin, I think Patrick internet is buffering right now. He's been on for a while, and I want to close it. The last talking point will defer it to the next show, but I really want to say thank you for joining us today. And don't make it your first time, don't make it your last time, man. We want to see you all the time. So if you have closing thoughts, let go ahead and have a closing thought. I think Patrick device or internet is acting out right now. You're on mute. Let me unmute. I think I put you on mute earlier. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. What happened to Shelley's too as well?
Oh no, she left. It's a time. If Shelley is very kind of razor focused on the time, and she has a meeting as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I like Patrick, and this is my first time being on the show with Patrick, but I've been following the show obviously, and Patrick always gives good insights, you know, and that is important. That is important to this show, and our quest for a better Liberia in general. You understand me? Just because people bring out a big notebook and pull a big wall on it and say decentralization, and then everybody confused. Oh yeah, no. Let us understand exactly what they are trying to do or what they are trying to achieve. And like you rightly said, the meaning of decentralization, if the key issues in the country cannot be resolved, what are we decentralizing? Like I said earlier, the system is already decentralized. We cannot hold our leaders accountable. Let the MPA be held accountable for the money they are receiving from all these ports from Liberia. The MPA and the MPA and National Port Authority, right? And then the Maritime. These are the institutions that regulates all the ports in Liberia. If these agencies are accountable to the Liberian government and report the exact amount or put in place measures that will enable these ports to increase their revenue, then the Liberian budget will be increased. But if you say, by creating 9% in every post will decentral, that's not even your decentralization. I said this again. What I think is happening, the people, the party, the UP party that is in power right now, what they're trying to do, because they cannot invest money into the private sector, so what they're trying to do, they're trying to create more avenue into the government where they can employ more people to get paid. So that, you are not getting a job, or you getting paid now, don't worry about me. I don't worry about you. That kind of stuff. That is not going to solve the Liberian people problem. You creating, you call, so why you think the executive branch is vetoing? First of all, it is not their place, the legislature, to overreach their power and try to tell the executive which institution should be decentralized. That is not their place. That is not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to watch whatever the executive branch is doing. They should sit there and watch and create oversight. Watch over it and see what is coming in, how is it regulated, what is the importance of it, and how is it helping the country. They turn around and they say, Yombly Kanka, Lauren, blah, 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 come and bring Darius Dillon there and create a bill and pass the bill and send it to the executive branch. In as much as I argue from the beginning of Joseph Boakai presidency, we argue that George Weah must go. So even when our crocodile to become president, George Weah must go. He left. But at the same time, I argue that Joseph Boakai was so old to the extent that he will not be effective into the presidency of the country. And it's showing into the judicial system where people have been going to court and they cannot be held accountable for their actions. Nobody is in jail for corruption. All of that will set it aside for now. But when it comes to this issue, when you bring people and say, oh, we'll pass this law, let's decentralize the post of Monrovia or the post of Liberia, you're not making no sense. You are overreaching your power and you have no grounds. And that's why the executives continue to override the issue. And Liberia, we will always get away from the important issue and focus on the non-important issue. And it hurts my soul all the time. Why people are so self-greed?
Justin, let's call it a day. Justin, let's call it a day. Let's call it a day, buddy.
How money is transferred, how business. Let's call it a day, man.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Practice, for coming. Appreciate you, man. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're calling it a day. We want to say thank you.
So you coming Justin all day.
The
end of the show now, you coming Practice.
Yeah, he said we can alternate between the two, you know. So yeah, so we can say Perkins and we can say Justin, we can say Jadia, whatever one is going on. Yeah. So, I want to say thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. And see you next Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 10 a.m. Central, 4 p.m. GMT. All right, man, that's how we're doing it. I can't get to my music, but, you know, enjoy the rest of the day. Hey, Justin.
I mean, I can't feel you getting that time from you. That would be my personal gift.
Look at it, man. All right, guys, we are out. I'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll call you on my phone. Let me get off here for it.